Hello from the other side. Come on. Hello from the other. Break your heart. Hello from the other. Come on. You got fresh shit, ain't it? We tapped in early today. We switched it up on them. Come on. Switched it up on them. Hello from the He said, "Can I give you some advice?" Yeah, sure. What's your advice, brother? I'm always willing to take suggestions. What's the word, bro? Hello from the other side. Come on. Breaking your heart. I got that 40 cal beside me, and moon rock in my hand, and that joint I'm rolling up, and them bands up in my hand. Come on. And he said, "Bro, I'm not doing drugs." Then get your cornball sissy ass up out of here, then. Fuck are you talking about? Yeah. 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 Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize, brother. I didn't know you were 13. I apologize for that, bro. You know what? I appreciate you for watching, brother. I completely apologize. I did not realize you were that young. A lot of times, see, let me explain myself before you just go to hating me. A lot of times I get a lot of grown ass, goofy ass, crumb snatching broke people that don't work a job, don't have no money, and then when I'm off of work one day out of the week that I'm trying to enjoy, we'll have a bunch of crumb snatchers in here talking shit. I didn't realize you were that young though, but trust me, it'd be grown ass 30-year-old men that ain't got a responsibility in the world. They said, have a Coke. It's already gone. We did that. Come on. But yeah, I apologize for that. I did not realize you were 13. You were just a kid, man. Enjoy your life. Have fun. Listen to your parents, bruh. That's the main thing you can do. If your parents tell you not to do it and you feel like it's the right thing and you should do it, you probably shouldn't do it. So, like, whatever your parents say, just listen to them, man. I promise. Because nobody gonna have your best interest more than your mom or more than your dad, for sure. You're never gonna have your best interest because your thinking got you exactly where you're at today, which is nowhere. Listen to your parents, man. Don't listen to the voice in your head. Your thinking will get you absolutely nowhere always. And the reason I say that is because we're new on this earth. We're growing. You're not an adult yet. You're 13 years old. Your thinking is going to get you in the wrong situation every time. But somebody that's 30 and 40 years old, if they tell you something, listen to them. I'm telling you, your 13-year-old brain is going to tell you some things that you ain't ready for. Then you get into it, but it's already too late to go backwards. So now you're looking at 5 or 6 years in a box somewhere away from your family because of a wrong decision you made. So that's one good piece of advice that I always tell the young people because your parents are always going to have your best interest. So just listen to your parents, man. Whatever they want you to do, just do that shit. Because your 13-year-old thinking ain't going to get you far at all, I promise. Because, like, when I was 13, my 13-year-old thinking got me in JCYC all the time. My 13-year-old thinking to tell me it's cool to go hop in this person's car at the gas station and ride around and smoke a blunt with 5 of my homies and pull up at their house and have everybody asking, where'd you get that from? You ain't even old enough to drive. You don't even have a license, bruh. That was the whole point. That's why we're doing it. God damn it. Get on in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I used to be stupid. But now, as I got older, I started realizing that I should have listened to these people that were already ahead of me telling me certain things. And I didn't do that. And I learned the hard way every single time. That's what's up, man. That's good shit. That's what you should be doing, man. Going to school. Y'all got school over in India? Y'all are some smart people over there, man. Y'all got schools and shit. Y'all been doing the right thing over there. What? You got a cash app? You got a cash app, bro? How old are you? 13? You got a cash app? What are you trying to get? Like some pencils, some number two pencils, and a couple binders or what? You got a cash app, bro? You live in Germany, but you're from India. Damn, so if I send that American money through right now, it's gonna turn up in Germany, right? You got a cash app? You're on summer holidays, so you're out of school right now. Damn. But you're still going to school and stuff. That's good, man. That's good. Good shit, man. Gotta go to school. I wish you had a cash app or something. I ain't got much, but I'll send you old $20 or something. Who knows how far that's going in your country? You know, I'm sending $20 Andrew Jackson. You know what I mean? I don't know what y'all get over there, but like I'm sure Andrew will turn into Ben Frank if I send it your way. So shit, I ain't got too much going on, man. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I'm off work. I'm fucking off. Chilling, man. Enjoying the day off because all I ever do is work. So when I do got the day off, I ain't complaining. I don't give a fuck. I'm not living out here for nobody else's standards. Fuck them. Shout out to bro though, man. He's 13 years old. He's in the chat. I damn near cussed him out first thing this morning. Didn't realize that he was just a kid, man. I gotta be careful about what I say on here, man. Get to cussing somebody out. And he was like, he said, huh? And I said, yeah, you heard me, motherfucker. He was like, I'm 13. I was like, I apologize about that, brother. I get a lot of hate in my chat. I get a lot of hate, so I'm immediately on the defense when I see somebody say some stupid shit. I ain't gonna lie, I apologize for that, man. He's 13, he's doing good, he's going to school, he's doing the right thing. I wish I could bless him, man. He's all the way in a different country. Going to grade 8, man. Congratulations. Damn. So after this year, you'll be moving up to high school. Damn. That's where I was nervous at. Like going from middle school to high school is a very big step. Like when you go from elementary school to middle school, you don't really notice because you're still a kid. You know you're still young, so people still have control over you. You don't have responsibilities. But when you hit from 8th grade going into 9th grade, you then realize at that point, like, damn, I got a little bit of facial hair on my face. Like, I got hair on my nuts now. Like, you're becoming a man and you ain't got much longer and this is over with. Yeah, you got like 3 or 4 years left of school and it's over. You got to grow and be able to live life. It gets rough out here. It really does. Make sure you stay in school. Do the right thing. That's the best thing you can do. The only thing I can do is give people advice on what I didn't do. You know what I mean? Because I know what I didn't do didn't work. So the only thing I can tell them is not that I did the right thing and to do this and do this. I can't tell them how to do the right thing. I can only tell them how to do the wrong thing. And I know not what to do when it's the wrong thing, right? Because I've learned every time, learning the hard way. So I might not be able to tell these people, hey, look, once you get to college, you can do this, and then you should probably take this because this will help you in the future. This class right here, you'll end up needing it. Even if everything and all else fails, if you take this class, you'll have a job. At least you know that when you, I can't tell you those type of things. I don't know. But I can tell you not to sell drugs and don't go to jail. And if you do this, this is what's going to happen. If you go to the store and you steal, this is what's going to happen. If you don't work, this is what's going to happen. I can say that much. I can't always tell them the right thing to do, but I can tell them what's going to happen if they do the wrong thing. I can promise you that. And a lot of times, I would much rather have somebody tell me what's going to happen when I do the wrong thing than somebody tell me what's going to happen when I do the right thing. Is that not the God's honest truth? Would you rather somebody tell you what's going to happen if you go to college and you become a doctor and you do the right thing? No, you know what's going to fucking happen. You're going to become rich. You're going to live a good life. You're going to set yourself up for a great, successful life. But like, where's the guy that can tell you what's going to happen if you're going down the wrong path? Where's the guy that can tell you what's going to happen if you start hitting this weed at 11 years old and 12 years old? Like I said, I would much rather have the guy there that can tell me what's going to happen if I do the wrong thing rather than what's going to happen if I do the right thing, because I know what's going to happen if I do the right thing. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to get it together. I'm going to be successful. I'm going to get money and I'm going to keep going. So, like, don't get it confused. They find the person like me a fool, or the person like me might be dumb because he didn't go to school or he didn't finish college, but don't get it confused. Everybody in the world knows what to do and what's going to happen if you do the right thing. But how many people know what's going to happen if you do the wrong thing? How many people know that if you're 12 years old and you pick up this joint, I know where you're headed to? But not everybody can sit there and be like, oh, yeah, you're in for a rude awakening. Like, oh, you went to jail and you're only 14? Oh, you're in for a long life. Like, I'm knowing where you're headed. Like, if you don't change now, this is where you're going. But like, not everybody can do that. Not even half the people can do that, because if you ain't lived it yourself, you can't explain or tell somebody how to do something. That's why I just said I can't tell somebody that if you go to college and you take this class, that this is what's going to help out in the future. And this is, I don't know, I never took them. But what I can tell you is if you start smoking weed, this is what's going to happen. Or if you go stealing out here and you think you're a drug dealer, this is what's going to happen. Or if you think that you're better than everybody and you're making money, this is what's going to happen. And like I said, I would much rather somebody tell me the bad routes, because my whole life they tried to tell me the bad routes. My whole life growing up, everybody used to see what I was doing and they would always tell me, they'd be like, if you don't change your life, you're going to end up in prison. You're going to end up dying. You might not even make it. Like, they used to always ask me, like, don't you want to live? And I'd tell them, like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I'm not going to sit here and answer your stupid ass question. Like, when they had me in the school office and shit, they were ready to lock me up for terroristic threatening and trying to burn down the school and all types of shit. And they got me in this office and they got this cop in here like it's going to scare me. And he was like giving me that old look. And I'm like, hey, bro, I'm not the one. Like, you ain't going to question me. Take me the fuck to jail. I don't give a shit about what y'all got going in here. I'm not one of these 12-year-olds that y'all are used to talking to. You know, you can't do that. Hey, listen, bitch, take me to the goddamn cell. And that's exactly how it went down. They didn't question me no more after that. They knew he wasn't a kid, man. He wasn't in his right mental state. Like, whatever he had going on wasn't the right thing. They didn't even try to sit me in the room and question me. They knew I was different. Okay, let's go. Soon as I said that, let's go. Yeah, I bet so. Before I fuck one of y'all up in here. You know what I mean? But it was just me being angry and young as a kid. But now that I'm older, I might not be able to tell them the right way to do things, but I will be able to tell you if you're going down the wrong path, which is basically way more important than going down the right path. It's like anybody can tell you what you would do if you do the right thing. You know what I mean? Like, everybody knows if you do the right thing, you're going to get the right results. If you go to school, you're going to get an education. You're going to get a good job. If you don't steal and do the right thing and take care of others, like, people's going to look out for you and you're going to get blessed in life and you want to, but like, so I ain't able to say much, goddamn it, but I can tell you if you're headed down the wrong path, we can try to change it around for you. I helped a lot of people in my life though, and now I'm not able to help these people because of this shit right here, because I smoke weed and do that. But I was able to keep I was able to keep it 1,000, because so many people will fall out and still want to help people and still feel like they need to help people, but they're not in their right mind to help people. So it's like, I don't know, like, I have the means of helping people, right? And showing people a different way of living if they're in, like, on drugs or whatever. But now I'm not even able to do that, because then that would make me a hypocrite. So the moment that I was going to conventions and I was going to jails and I was going to all these different places and I was talking to thousands of people that were inmates and foster homes and everything. And I was letting these people know. And the second I picked up weed, it quit like that. Like, everything that I had worked for went straight down the drain. But that also kept me sober in a sense of reality of, like, you know what's going to happen if you do more than this. They already shunned you and looked at you different because you picked up that joint. Don't fuck with none of that other shit. Like, you've got it from here, but don't let them people throw you off and make you feel like you're going to fall off, or, like, you know what I mean, you're not going to be able to live your life comfortably over you smoking or whatever it was. Because reasonably, I didn't go back out of you know, just like being respectful towards them people that are really trying to change their life and be completely 100% sober. And most people would say, damn, but you put down heroin, you put down this, you put down meth, you put down all this stuff, and you picked up the weed. Why wouldn't you, you know, be proud of, you know, not picking up the other stuff? Because so many people aren't able to hit a joint in the morning and then go to work. Like, they hit a joint and then by lunchtime, they're fucked over. They went and got what they really wanted. And then once you do it once, it's over. He said, I want to become a rock star. So you want to drink lean. Is that what you're saying? You meant to say rock star, right? That's not even the real Leland. Let me get him up out of here. Don't ever come in here and act like one of my peoples like that, man. I don't give a fuck if he's 17 or not. It's over with. Waller, I look out for all my people, man. Don't ever come in here try to make fun of somebody and what they got going on before I smack the shit out of you. You hear me? Open hand slap you. Hard as a motherfucker this morning, too. Think it's a game out here. Bow! I mean, just one of them. Ah! And then me just stop for like 2 seconds and stare at you. Like, you know, whenever I hit you with that open hand slap, bow! And then that look after is what really has people like, yeah, like when you see my face afterwards is what's going to make you realize, like, you're going to see the demon come out of me. Like, really, I'm such a nice guy. And then just catch them. Bow! Light their whole goddamn ear up. All they hear is, and everything looks all, and they wonder why they're on ice skates all of a sudden. Well, you shouldn't have said something stupid, dumbass. I started thinking to myself, you know what? I swear to God, I was talking to my girl about this the other day. I said, you know what? I ain't letting nobody slide no more. I'm slapping the shit out of everybody. One person says something to me, I'm not going to be like old Jordan and be like, yeah, all right. Or say something right to try to antagonize them, right? Like, because see, when people try to scare you and then they realize that you ain't scared of them, then they get mad, right? That's why, like, sometimes they've caught me on live before and somebody say something slick in the background, right? Somebody say something stupid in the background. Then you'll hear me, yeah, all right. Look dead at them. Yeah, all right, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. And they've caught me doing that at least 5 or 6 times on live outside before. If you ain't, then you ain't watched me enough. Because I'm the one. Like, if I hear somebody say something slick, I'm definitely saying something back. Like, even if I'm walking off and all that, like, yeah, all right, sissy. You know what I mean? And we'll have them hot. Because, like, the same way they said something slick, when I say something slick, it's going to really fuck with you way worse. Like, you could have been like, look at this bitch streaming. And then I'd be like, yeah, all right, punk sissy. You know what I mean? And that's going to hit you way harder because then when all your friends look at you and say, ha ha, he handled you, bruh, you're going to really feel some type of way about it. And then when you look to the right and the left and you see old girl that's bad as a motherfucker and then her friend over here that also is looking at you pointing and laughing, then you feel stupid and you want to feel like you want to do something about it. And then you get beat up and then I leave and I go to jail and now I'm dealing with this for the next 7 months. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it goes every time. She said, there's 2 of them, Jordan. Which one do we keep? They said, that's a fake account. Yeah, it was a fake account. They was trying to make fun of Leland and shit, man. They can say what they want about people, but at the end of the day, you got to realize that you're going to have to answer for that shit. I ain't never been the type to try to bully people and make people feel bad for, like, whatever they got going on within themselves, you know? I've always been the guy to be like, what? What'd you say? Like, hold on, you said that to him because you know he won't smack you, but, like, what would you do if I took 4 of my knuckles right here and come completely across the side of your ear? Boom! What would you do? Nothing. You know how I won't? You know how I know you ain't going to do shit? Because you're sitting here making fun of somebody that ain't really got no control over it, or that they're not going, you want to make fun of them because you know they're not going to do something. That's what it is. Because, like, let's be real, if you thought that there was the slightest thought in your mind that if I say this to this dude, he's going to rock me in my shit, if there was that slightest thought that that would happen, you wouldn't have did it. Because you wouldn't have did the same thing to me that you did to him. For sure you wouldn't have. And that's where I get mad. Like, anytime I do something to somebody, anytime I say something to somebody, I'm going to say it to the 6'7" motherfucker that's 500 pounds, or I'm going to say it to the 5'3" motherfucker that's 140. I do not give a fuck. I've never picked and choosed in my life. I'm not going to be a simp. I'm not going to be a bitch. I'm not going to pick and choose fights and act like I'm going to fight this guy because he's my size. But then when this guy gets mad at the bar and has a bottle in his hand, a 40 ounce, ready to hit me with it, I'm not going to back off and be like, oh, no. Oh, no. No, sir. I'm going to go get even. I'm going to go pick something up. I'm going to take this trash can lid off and I'm going to bop him upside his shit with it. Like, I'm going to get even. But never am I going to sit here and be like, oh, no, he's a big dude. Like, fuck you, bitch. And I'm going to tell you that dead to your face. Like, I'm like that. Now, let me stop talking about it because sometimes I get my own self hyped up. And the reason I got hyped up this morning, for one is because my goddamn boss is pissing me off. I'm ready to fucking lift his ass up off the ground. Like, I ain't gonna keep fucking taking no days off. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I ain't fitting to keep taking no days off, man. It's over with. Like, I need 5 days a week. I signed up 5 days a week. Like, I don't give a fuck about all that contract shit. I had to let him know this morning. Like, and I don't care about none of that. Y'all are $1 million company. It ain't costing you nothing to bring me in. I don't give a fuck. If a contract fell out, bitch, you better have me at the shop sweeping that motherfucker out or something. I don't give a shit. Hell yeah, I'm sick about it right now. But that's not even what really set me off this morning. Really, I got set off by some whole other shit. And then when I texted my boss, he pissed me off. So now I'm just ready to light the bushes on fire out front of the work site. Type shit. You know, like, got me fucked up, bitch. Y'all own an island and got millions of dollars, like, and you see that, like, I'm trying to get right now. Like, I got a couple thousand in the bank, but I need a little bit more than that before I venture out off into this cold ass world. Like, I'm about to move into a 1-bedroom apartment. I ain't got time to be fucking with y'all, bro. I need to work every day. Like, I ain't gonna play with y'all. Like, y'all got islands and take vacations whenever you want, bro. Like, I'm fitting to take the whole goddamn box truck. I will drive this whole box truck to the pawn shop. Hey, I got the whole truck and everything for you for 10. I'm gone. Like, but no, it's not a serious thing. Cause, like, listen, I could take a whole week off and still be fine. But, like, I need money, man. I'm on a grind. Like, I'm on a mode right now where and I ain't been missing no days of work or nothing. Just been going every day. So, like, I need to go every day, bro. Every day y'all are like making it longer. I can't take a day off like that, bro. I already take Saturday and Sunday off. I can't be taking Monday, any day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, I need to be at work, bro. And it wouldn't be half as bad as if, like, sometimes where they'd be like, oh, we're slow, we're waiting on a contract to pass. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that because they're due, like, we just finished a big ass job, right? It was like a $275,000 job. It was a $250,000 job. We ended up finishing. So, like, whenever we get new jobs, there sometimes, like, we'll go a month, 2-3 months, and we'll work hard and not take a day off. And then it'll come a day like this where we finish up the job and they didn't time it right, or we got done early and they made a fortune, and then now I'm sitting here a day or two with no work. That shit ain't gonna keep flying with me, bro. Y'all make millions of dollars, bro. I don't care if the contract don't pass that day. I need to be washing the trucks or sweeping the shop or cleaning up tools. You know, I need to be doing something, bro. I signed up for 40 hours a week. I ain't gonna. Yes, they pay me good, and yes, I wouldn't go nowhere because they do pay me good. But that's what they know. You know what I mean? They're like, oh yeah, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't nobody paying him like we do, and they know that, so they do whatever the fuck they want. That shit pisses me off. Right now is the worst time for me to be trying to sit around in limbo like an idiot. Like, I can't be doing that, bro. I got shit that I'm trying to do. I got a lot of weight on my shoulders right now. I ain't got time to fuck with y'all. Straight up. Y'all are gonna make me end up going to jail is what's gonna happen, because I'm gonna take it like y'all are just taking me as some kind of simp or something. Like, bro, y'all about to give me this money or we about to go in about it type shit. Like, yeah. Yeah, like, y'all are about to work me every day or we're going in about it. Fuck are you talking about? Listen, if it's $300 out of my pocket each day, then y'all got to do something about that. Like, I wouldn't even be half as mad though if they wasn't like trying to get them. Like, so I understand, like I said, when the contracts pass, you know, there do be a day or two where you gotta fucking wait around and shit. But that, you know, if you're $1 million company like that, bro, you should always have work for me. Even if there is a day or two, you should be able to, like I said, let me come in and clean up we got 5 different box trucks, damn near semis in there that can be cleaned out. We got millions of dollars worth of tools. We got a whole warehouse that I could be cleaning up and straightening tools. Y'all could find me something to do. But just being like, oh, yeah, you know what? It's slow today, brother. Just stay home. No. That's $300 out of my pocket, like, for 8 hours. No. Bitch. Take me to work before I fucking take y'all's toolbox. You know? But no, I wouldn't do no shit like that to them because they are good to me and they're probably watching this right now. One of them is, they be watching me on the low, like they say, oh, I don't know, I've never followed you. Yeah, bitch, y'all see me. Everybody I work with sees me. Because as soon as they figured out I was going live and I got monetized, they was all whispering to each other, you know, he be going live and shit. Yeah, look at him. This is his channel right here. That's why I be on here talking shit about them and letting them know they're crumb snatchers and shit. So that way I ain't got to tell them in real life. So that way they won't, like, you know, go snitch on me behind my back or go tell the boss on me and shit. So I just get on here and vent because I know they're watching. You feel me? And then what the other thing about it is they know I'm nuts, so they ain't gonna say nothing to me anyway. So I can get on here and state how I feel and not have to hurt no feelings in front of their face, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's another good thing about it. And then the thing is, like, oh, they're not gonna come to me like, oh, we seen you on live, like you was talking shit about me. Like, no, they're just gonna leave it as that. Like, and that's what it's gonna be. Come on. Motherfuckers is annoying. I fuck with like 5 people that I work with. Everybody else is a snitch. They've all done told on me and tried to get me. Because you gotta think, let me explain to y'all what happened though. Like, when I first got this job, I came in the door making more than people that had been there 20 and 30 years. So from the jump, when I got to this job, there was half of the people didn't like me right off the. Not only do I look good, and now their little work girlfriends and all that are paying more attention to me than they were them, so that fucked them up. Not only that, I look good, so they hate on me over that, but also I came in driving a box truck. Some of them guys, it took them 7 years to get in a box truck, but I already had knowledge. I already had skills. So I started out way above some of these people, and they didn't like that. So from the jump, when I got there, I had targets on my back. They were telling on me left and right. Every single day they were telling on me, trying to get me fired. Every day. Oh, Jordan was walking around the job site hitting the vape. Jordan was doing this. Jordan was doing that. To the point to where they came to me and was like, I don't know what you're doing to these guys or whatever, but you need to chill out. Like, these people are on you. Like, they're saying stuff about you. There's a couple guys that says that they don't like working with you and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's because they done talked behind my back and got themselves caught up, and now they're fucking nervous to be around me. That's exactly what that is. Like, when I first got there, I didn't talk to nobody, and I'm one of them guys where I'm friends with everybody. It doesn't matter how you are, who you are, if you're a nerd, or if you're different than I am, or I don't look at nobody different. I'm friends with everybody. And that's what really throws people off. It's like, even if you see somebody gay or something, I still be friends with them and I still show them love. And that's where they're really like, he's a stand-up, respectable guy. Like, as much as you would think, like, oh, he's always like queer, bitch, gays. No, I'm friends with everybody. Like, I don't judge nobody. Like, I got friends on here that are completely opposite of me, but we can hang out in real life or whatever. Like, I don't judge nobody, or I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to hang out with him like he's different than me or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we can be seen together and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. And you could be like a nerd and be like, 6 times 4 and the equivalent of 17th power, and I don't care. Like, you can ride with me. We need you. Like, because I'm an idiot, bro. So, like, let me get somebody with some logical sense around me. Like, maybe it'll help. You know what I mean? I'm one of them guys. I give everybody a chance. So, like, for them people to not like me is crazy, because I've never. But yeah, there's like probably 4 out of 15 dudes, 4 or 5 dudes that don't like me. Like 4 or 5 of them that don't like me out of like 15. I'm cool with everybody. But yeah, as soon as I came in the door, they immediately hated me. Because I slipped up, you know what I mean? And I'm a thorough guy. And like, I don't like to lie to people or anything. So when they asked me how much I made and shit, I told them. I'm not noticing or thinking that, yo, you're making double. Like, you're not double, but you're making a lot more than some of these guys. And they've been here 5 years and you just walked in the door 30 days ago. Yeah, so I'm not thinking about nothing like that. I'm thinking, hell, these dudes is way over me. They're old guys. They got gray hair and beards down to here and talk all country, and they've been doing this shit 20 years, and I'm not thinking nothing about it. So yeah, that's where I fucked up at. As soon as I got to the job, like, I kept it thorough with people and kept it real with them like I always do, and it bit me in the ass. I told them how much I made, and that was it. Then they seen I was driving the box truck every day. Oh, fuck no. Then they're starting to take tools off my truck and shit, like fucking ready to flatten the tire type shit. And I'm not even like a crew, like a uppity guy there. You know what I mean? There's guys that's been there 20, 30 years that like run shit. You get what I mean? And out of respect, I listen to these guys. Even though they're not my boss, if they tell me to do something, I'll do it. Because these guys have been here 20 or 30 years. I give them that respect. Like, they don't have to be my boss. They put their time in this company. So, like, even when my boss tells me, even when it's not my boss and they tell me to do something, I still listen to them people. They said that's why they tell you not to discuss wages. Yeah, yeah. I shouldn't have told them that. But then a lot of them guys make more than I do, too, and I don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't like me from the get-go. As soon as I got there, they were out to get me. They've been out to get me to where the boss was saying that, like, people were fucking nervous to work with me and shit. I'm like, nervous to work with me for what? Because I'm the nicest guy ever. Like, I know y'all see me on the internet, and y'all probably would be like, oh, he's, like, amped up a lot. Like, he's got to be tripping. But it's not even like that. I swear to God, it's not. Like, in real life, I'm a nice person, like, nice to everybody. Like, you would have to do something to me for me to treat you bad, or for me to be like, you know, fuck off. Straight up, you have to do something to me because I like everybody and give everybody a chance. Like, I'm one of them guys where I'm respectful to everybody. If somebody don't like me on the internet, I'm not gonna say that. If somebody don't like me on the internet, I understand. Cause like I'm ruthless, I'm stupid. I say shit that I shouldn't say on here, and that's what it is, and I don't give a fuck about that. But in real life, I'm a respectable person. I don't talk shit to people, and I make sure to give everybody respect, and I make sure to say hey to everybody. If I come across your path, I'll say what's up and acknowledge you, all that type of shit. So I'm knowing that, you know, these guys that don't like me, that's because of them. I've never did anything to these guys. You know, we don't know each other like that. I just came to this job. They just, you know, they just knew what I was on type shit. What it was is I got a couple solid guys that I work with that actually fuck with me that I've been knowing before the job. And they already know how I am, so they come up to me and let me know everything. Straight up off the rip. And they was like, yeah, old boy went in there yesterday and told on you and shit. I come in the office and I heard him in there talking. And then he said I went back out the door and acted like it shut or whatever. But I peeped it like it makes a sound when it shuts, right? So they thought the door was shut, like he had walked out. But he was just standing on the outside of the window listening. They was all in there telling on me. One day I was on the job site. And I forget, like, you know, we just be saying reckless shit to people, right? They're way down the way. I'm talking about we're at the convention center. These motherfuckers are probably 500 feet away from me. They're way down the way. So you know me, I'm stupid as fuck. I holler. Something happened and they like broke some shit. They dropped some shit off a scaffold or whatever it was. They did something. It made a big ass loud noise. I said, yeah, I bet your butthole hurt on that one. Like that. And I didn't know the boss was standing right behind me. He had just walked on the job site. So he heard that, but didn't even say anything when he heard it, right? So not only did I say that to dude all the way across the job site, bet your butthole hurt on that one. Then I take my vape out of my pocket like I'm king fucking shitbag. I mean, I looked straight up in the air and everything. I'm not knowing he's standing behind me. After I just hollered all the way across some old foul ass shit. Then I blew it all in the air. Now, mind you, this is a weed vape. This ain't a this ain't a cigarette vape type shit. This ain't nicotine. This is one of them ones. Oh, blew it up. Next thing you know, Jordan, are we vaping on the job site? Oh, my heart dropped. I was like, oh, I didn't even know what to say to him. I was like, Man, it's a big ass building. I was like, it's 30 minutes to walk outside. I was like, man, I just wanted to hit it right here. Like, I shouldn't have did that. He was like, yeah, you're right. You shouldn't have did that. Like, what in the hell? You know what I mean? Give me all that shit. And I was like, oh. And then he was like, and what were you saying before I come around the corner? So he already was pissed about that. And then I blew the vape off on him. That was the last straw. So now at this point, the motherfucking bosses is probably believing everything they're telling them. You know what I mean? Because dude already thinks I'm nuts anyway off of that. So, like, it just looked all bad for me. It looked all bad for me, you know what I mean? Like, especially after he came around the corner like that and these guys are telling on me and shit already. And then, boom, that shit happened. I was like, oh, yeah, it's over. I don't even care how these people. But, like, they don't have no problems with me and they like me and they know I'm a good worker and they keep me around. And I don't think they would ever fire me, but they would fire me if I did something, like, real stupid, but they wouldn't fire me over something like that. Because, like, there's been a lot of people that get away with a lot of shit. Like, some of them guys be on drugs and all types of shit. And they go up to the boss fucking every other week and ask them for money and tell them they'll pay them back. And they never come back to work and shit. I've been there for years, like, off and on. I've never asked them people for $1. Even right now, like, I'm going through a rough time. I still have money to move and shit. Like, even though I could use a quick $1,000 drop real fast, just so I could, like, get a TV and things like that and not have to, like, stress or worry about how I'm gonna eat or whatever. And yeah, even though that would help, like, I'm still not gonna ask them for nothing. I never do. I've always kept my own. Like, and a lot of them they know, they see what's going on. They know they see the ones that get high and the ones that don't. Like, I've never asked them for money to borrow anything, or you know what I mean? They see what's going on. So really, them dudes, they make themselves look way worse than I ever, or anybody else could ever make them look. Like, they come in there and asking for money and doing this and doing that. The bosses ain't stupid. They know what's up. They do their own shit. So they've seen a lot of people that come in there on drugs and shit, and they ain't never seen me on drugs there. Because guess what? I don't go to work when I'm on drugs. That's why they ain't never seen me on drugs. I don't go to work on drugs. I will for about a week. It's over with after that. I don't show up to jobs when I'm on drugs. I flip money and I'll just go get, an old 8 ball and fucking find everybody in the neighborhood that gets high and show them that I got the best of the best, give them a little bit of it, wrapped up in a piece of paper with my phone number, and I'll get rich in a month. But, I know that what comes with that is a bunch of bullshit, and, like, I ain't trying to get caught up like that. I just would rather go to work because I'm knowing that they're giving out 10 and 20 years, giving out football numbers just for people that's selling dope. Look, there's Cash Patel. Christy said, and that's why they tell you not to discuss the wages. That's a fact. Yeah, I shouldn't have did that, bro. But I'm like a stand-up guy and shit. And I don't like to lie to people. Like, if I say something to you and I know it's a lie, that's just gonna eat me up for the next 2, 3 days. I'll remember that shit a month from now. Literally, I will, and I'll be like, damn, I shouldn't even have said that. Like, that was stupid. Cause I've did it. Everybody's guilty of it and shit. But I'm one of them guys that tries not to, like, lie to people and say the truth. I really feel like that's why me and my girl have worked out so long, like we have and shit like that. Like, I don't really lie to her about nothing and stuff, and she knows everything, and it's just easier to keep it that way. So yeah, they asked me how much I made. I told them, and that was the worst thing I could ever did. I immediately had a target on my back. Immediately when I started there, they started wondering why everybody was going in there and asking them for raises. But yeah, there's a few guys there that don't like me, but that's everywhere you go. And you know what? And I can sit here and I can get on here and I can officially say that there ain't really guys there I don't like. There's ones that I don't like because, like, I know what they did, but, like, I don't really ever hate on nobody or have any ill will towards anybody. So like even the people that did me dirty, I just stay away from them. But like I wouldn't sit here and be mad about something for months. Now don't get me wrong, there is like one person that I'm trying to catch up with I've been trying to catch up with in 2 years now. And that motherfucker hides better than Osama bin Laden. My thing is though, a motherfucker will do you dirty and like rob you or do something stupid to you and then hide for the next fucking 2, 3 years. And it's like, bro, why even do it? It's one time thing, and then you know you're gonna have to stay away from me forever. Like, why is it? It's not worth it. But I understand that like people are sick and they're on drugs, and when you need that next fix, you're gonna do whatever, and people don't become important at that point. And I'm realizing that what he did just came from a certain spot. It wasn't from the heart. He didn't want to do that. I could tell he was scared the whole time. And he's still scared to this day. And he always messages like, he wants to make it right and shit, but he never makes it right because he's on drugs. The last time he posted a story on Facebook, probably about 2 months ago, he posted a story. He had about 15 of his homies. It might have been a little longer than that. He had about 15 of his homies in the story, and it's the weekend. They're all getting drunk and they're turned up. They're drinking. There's like 7 of them in the story. They're all throwing up gang signs and doing their little shit on Facebook. So I get on the story and comment, and I was like, I hope they're all with you when I see you. You're going to need them. That's all I said on there. But I do that about every now and then I'll get on there and let people know that's ever did me dirty and shit. Like, we'll let them know we're still looking, man. We ain't forgotten. This has been 2.5 years later. And I just did this like 2 months ago. Let him know, like, yeah, it ain't over type shit. But yeah, that's what fucked with him though most. Like, damn. And he wrote me back and was saying like, first he tried to act all tough and was like, bro, we can do whatever, blah blah blah. You know where I'm at. So I said, all right, no, I don't know where you're at. I said, where are you at right now? He said, I'm at the Kroger on 34th. That's exactly what he said. I said, all right, I'm pulling up to the Kroger on 34th. I said, meet me behind it. Watch what I do to you. I said, meet me behind the Kroger. Sure enough, I pulled up. I'm 10 minutes from 34th. I'm in the trenches. Sure enough, I pulled up. I'm texting him, sending him pictures. I'm here. Then he immediately didn't think I was going to show up and starts texting like, bro, I'm sorry. I'm going to make it right. And right now I'm trying to change my life and I'm working a program. So I'm not about violence and, all this other shit. And yeah, so I just wanted to let him know, like, yeah, me neither. Like, just make it right with people. And I never got why it would be easier for you to make it right with me and pay me back that money than it would for me to run into you and see you one day. Like, why wouldn't you just, for you not to have to worry, why would, but yeah. Long story short, I'll be doing that. Every now and then I'll bring up old things and it'll just piss me off like new. I seen them all on their party and they had bottles and gold chains on and I dissed all of them. I got in there by my fucking self like I always do. I said, I hope they're all with you when I see you. You're going to need them. That's all I said on there. Come on. I'm going to screenshot it too. Punk motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, he did it brave, bro. This was one of my homies though, and he did it brave to me. Like I had a gun on me and everything, and he still I wasn't thinking nothing about it, and he just caught me at the wrong time. And like I'm in the car and I'm by myself, like always. I'm always by myself. And I knew something was up when I pulled up on him and he had his girl with him. And I was like, what? I'm like, why you got any females with you anyway when I'm pulling up like this and I'm coming to sell you 40 different things? Like, and he knew better than to do that. And then he was saying like, and I texted him and I damn near pulled off on him and left him standing in the street. Cause like you ain't about to do no shady shit like that. But anyway, he ended up texting, was like, no, she's the one with the money. She gotta be right here. She ain't gonna trust me to just take off or whatever. And I'm like, all right, whatever. So I pulled around the block, picked him up. He hopped in the passenger seat with me. She hopped behind me. Then I had like 40 of this was probably like 2.5 years ago. I ain't gonna say what I had, but I had like 40 different felonies on me. And yeah, like he was sitting there, I'm not thinking about nothing. He's like, can you drop us off right down the road back at the crib? I'm like, yeah. I hand him the stuff. He hands me the money. I'm not thinking nothing of it because I've dealt with this dude for 5, 10 years. Like I grew up with him and everything. And a lot of times I do that. Like I don't even count the money. I don't even look at it. I don't even trip. Like I grab the money and put it in my pocket. Like I don't look at it. I'm not gonna count it. Like they know better. I know this. I know they ain't trying no dumb shit. I thought. And sure enough, he did it brave. I got my pistol in my lap. And he knows how I am. That's why I said, and I really sat here for a month and had to think, like, what was he thinking for him? Like, I will blast this motherfucker if anything. He knows that. And he's seen me do this before, right? So I'm thinking he's got to be out of his right mind. Like, I didn't realize he was that strung out. But yeah, sure enough, I drop him off at the crib and everything. He had me pull up to his granny's house and drop him off. So at this point, I know where your granny stays now. But anyway, long story short, I didn't look at the money or nothing. And I dropped him off at the crib and everything, bro. I felt so dumb about that. You best believe I came back, but all the way to the house. My girl's sitting on the couch. When I walk in, I don't even say nothing. Like, I pulled the money out. And as soon as I pulled it out and threw it on the table, I was like, what the fuck? Now I looked at it and it was one of the motion picture hundreds. And it was a few real bills, but he got me. It was like, yeah. I said, oh, hell no. My girl's like, what? What happened? What? I said, oh, no. I said, I'll be right back. I hopped straight back in the car. She didn't know what was going on. She's calling my phone at this point. What are you doing? I'm like, oh, nothing. I forgot something. I left something over. I got to go back and get it real quick. So I didn't want to tell her what was going on. I went back beating on the granny's door. The granny answered. I'm like, hey, I'm respectful and stuff. Hey, how's it going? My name's Jordan. I was just looking for Tyler. He wouldn't happen to be here, is he? And she was, oh no, he left about 30 minutes ago. So I'm knowing he's living there, but not only that, I'm knowing that he left to go meet me, and she ain't lying. That she is telling the truth. He ain't there. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Have a good day. Just tell him Jordan stopped by if you would. I knew to tell her that much, because then he'd be like, yeah, baby, Jordan stopped by for you earlier. I knew his heart would drop. So it was like, so I was like, yeah, if you would, please just, let him know that Jordan stopped by. And yeah, so anyway, long story short, I went back over there a couple more times after that. I never found that man. I never seen him again. And I wasn't gonna keep going back over to his granny's, knocking on the door. I did it one other time, and I was like, all right. And so I texted him for months after that and was like, dude, when I see you, like, what time it is. Like, I didn't threaten him. Yeah, he just knows. He knows. But yeah, he got me on, man. He got me for like 500. A quick 500 too in like 10 minutes. And he did it brave too. He knew I had my gun on me. He was sick. He was antsy. I should have known better. Like, I know better, but I don't never look at the money like that. It don't mean that much to me. I just put it in my pocket and go. And yeah, he knew that. He knew that. He knew what was going on. But like my thing is I just could not wrap my head around the fact that this dude just did that and he knows how I am. That is what baffled me the most. You grew up with me for 15 years. You know how I am. Like, you knew that if you did that, there would be repercussions. Like, you knew I wasn't one of them guys that was just going to let that ride. That's what it, and he didn't care. Like, and I'm going to give him that respect. I swear to God, I am. I'm going to give him that respect and he might be watching this. If not, he sees it for sure. But I'm going to give him that respect. And he was brave for that. He fucking robbed this shit out of me while I had a pistol right there in my lap and everything. Like, God forbid I would have pulled that money out and noticed while they were in the car. I would have locked the doors and would have immediately hit the gas. Everybody's coming with me. If you think about opening this door, you're not going to walk off. You won't walk off. You're going to ride off. Like, yeah, like if you think about opening this door, everybody's stuck. Like, not only are you stuck, but right where you hop out at, you're stuck. Like you're sitting right there. Like, God forbid. Open this door and everybody's sitting right where they're fucking at right there and not moving again. And they would have known I wasn't playing. You fucking right, I would have. At that time, I would have, because I was in a different state of mind. I was on drugs and I needed my money and I wasn't working at the time. I was trapping. So like taking a $500 loss like that, is evil when you're trying to build it off just the strength and off the muscle and just moving on your own. You know, you built this off, you fucking right. I would have shot him over $50. Fuck are you talking about? Yeah, because one thing about where I live is like if somebody gets you or something happens to you, the whole neighborhood, the whole neighborhood will know in within a day. Everybody will know. And then if they know that like somebody got over on you or like other people will try to come for you. Like they'll try to crawl through your window and shit when you're not there because they know you won't do shit. Like, nah, I had to send a message because they would have went back and told everybody they straight got me and snatched me and yeah, I didn't do this and do that and yeah, hell no, you fucking right. If it was over $50, they would have got shot. Just because it was like a respect thing and I had a lot of people watching me. And like if I don't do something, I'm never gonna be able to sell again out here. Like these people know he's just a pushover and somebody will come get me or they'll shoot at me every time they see me outside, they'll just shoot at me. Like that's all they'll do, of course. So I knew that much. Like, no, hell yeah, it's different when you're growing up. It ain't about the money and shit like that. Like it's about like all the other eyeballs that's watching you. And it's like I gotta be able to make a living and stuff. And I'm doing this for a while and this is where I grew up at. I know nothing else but this neighborhood. Like I can't let anybody run me out or like you know, them think that I'm just gonna let them have my shit or something because like it's over with after that point. Once you lose respect, like nobody's gonna respect you in the neighborhood no more. Like yeah, like when you get seen out, you'll be dodging bullets left and right. And what's crazy is they won't even be trying to kill you. They're just doing it to fuck with you. But it's still gonna fuck with you. Like imagine like people riding through shooting at you just to have you scared. But that's what they do. Like so I knew better. I had to. It was one of them things where like if I would have let that ride, then but like yeah. And this wasn't even that long ago. This was like right when I fucked up the last time. Like this was like within the past 5 years. But yeah, no, it's different around here. If you let somebody get over on you like that and the people find out about that, like everybody knows. And they'll like laugh at you and all types of shit. Like that's what I'm saying. In Kentucky, where I'm from, you can't be a chump. Like growing up where I'm at, they won't let you. Like you just would be in the house playing video games and you know, your mom would eventually have to move you out of the neighborhood or wherever because like you would just be getting bullied or whatever would happen. But y'all know how it goes. Like, yeah, eventually you'd be getting moved up out of there. Let somebody find out you're this or you're that or you didn't do this or you're a snitch or something like that. Oh, you're done. They don't want you around there. Thank God I did grow up like I did though, because like it kept me to have morals and principles about myself. And one thing I always knew was to mind your own business. Like you don't tell anybody nothing and you don't talk about anybody else's business. And there's no reason why anybody else should be coming up asking you something that has nothing to do with you. And anytime that anybody is asking you something that has absolutely nothing to do with you, it's for their own benefit. You don't want to up them. Like, don't give them any help. Like you don't need to answer any questions. You answer questions so people can get information. That means people can learn about you. Don't answer no questions. Don't answer no questions at all to nobody. I'm not saying just the cops. I mean anybody. I don't give a fuck if it's your brother. Like instead of them asking the question, you should be asking, what are you trying to get in return? Like, why do you want to know this? That's why anytime somebody asks me something, I'll be like, what do you mean? Why? Like, why? Like, I need to know before I even give an answer. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? But a lot of people ain't like that. They can't hold water. They're like, oh, yeah, so and so and so and so. And before you know it, like, just off a couple little things of them not thinking just costed them a lot. Yeah, it's a little different around here, man. But now it's not like that so much. Like, I'm a grown adult now, and the things that I used to think when I was younger, I think is so stupid now. And then when I look back and I realize and I'm thinking, damn, like a lot of things like it could have came to an end over me believing certain things that weren't true. Yeah, like it really could have went to an end and like me maybe not even be here anymore. And then nowadays when I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wow, that's so stupid. Like I used to think that this is how it had to be and like I don't know, when I think about it now as an adult, I'm thinking, damn, dumb decisions as a kid could have took me out forever. I don't know how was able to slip past that shit like that. But that's why I always tell people, like, I'm big on, like, when people make dumb decisions as a kid, I feel like they shouldn't be put in jail for life. Like, if you're 15 and you kill somebody, I don't think that you should go to prison for the rest of your life. Because when you're young and you're a kid, you are not thinking the same way that you would think when you're 30 years old. You don't think about the things that you would think of. What I'm saying is, it's not that you're not capable or you're not fully capable of thinking, because you're smart as can be and you are. It's just you haven't experienced enough of life to know certain things yet. You haven't lived life long enough to know certain things. So it's not that you're not capable, but your mind ain't fully developed. Like, you don't know certain things about life that you know when you're 20 and 30. Like, it is a learning process, and you learn as you go and you grow as you go. So it's like, I really don't feel like the people should be put away forever. And I really feel like it should be the same way as it is in California as it is here. Like, even though in California they got the three strike law, which means if you get 3 felonies, they can give you a life sentence. If you get 3 consecutive felonies, they can give you a life sentence. But they also have it a 20-year law. It's like you'll have to look it up, because I haven't done a whole bunch of research about it, but it's a law in California where it's like it's an elderly law, to where if you're over a certain age, that they have to let you out if you've been in there so long over a certain age. I think it's like over 20 years and over 65, they have to let you out. If you don't have any new charges, you haven't really gotten much trouble, and you're eligible for it. It's I forget what it's called, but it's like I think it might be like the elderly law or something. Look it up though, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But I think that should be like that everywhere. I think that, like, nobody should have to sit in there forever unless you did something to a kid. If you did something to a kid, I just feel like you shouldn't be on this earth, because, like, kids are growing and they're precious and they're the future, and you're damaging goods for fucking years to come like that, and don't know any better. So you should, it's your place as an adult to be able to show them the right way, and to be able to make sure they don't make dumb decisions in order to keep them alive and shit like that. Like, as an adult, it's your responsibility to protect these kids and make sure that they're good on this earth. So, like, anybody that does anything to kids should just go straight to hell. Like, we should actually bring back stoning, and we should bury them in the ground, like, waist deep, and then we should just have like 100 people stand there with bricks and throw them at their head until they die. You know what I mean? Because in India, they don't give a fuck. They'll do a 13-year-old little boy like that if he steals. It should be like that here. It should be, we will bury your ass fucking waist deep and brick you to death with cinder blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, kill all pedophiles. And everybody really says that, but they're, put it this way, everybody says, oh yeah, fuck the kid. But have you ever actually punched one? Like, have you ever actually put any action behind that? Like, have you ever been in jail and, like, had to do that to somebody because of their charges? See, a lot of people say that shit, but then get in a cell or and just as long as nobody knows, they'll live with this guy. Like, oh no, sir. Like, I can officially say that I backed my end up being in jail about charges like that, for sure. Like, I've put in work, like, I've gotten black eyes over it, all types of shit. Like, I'm not housing with nobody like that, and they're not going to be around me, and if you're letting that happen, then you're just as bad as they are. Where I'm from, as soon as you're in there, like, God forbid, because thank God I don't have to go to jail anymore, and I stay out of jail, and, but I've did a lot of time in my life, and where I'm from, like, they don't make it nowhere. Like, we're already sitting in the holding cell watching the news anyway, every day. We're watching the news. The news don't get past us. So we're waiting on you to come in here. We see you. Like, they ain't bleeping this shit out. Like, you're on the news. We're in the holding cell waiting for you to get there. And a lot of times, that's why when these people come in with bad charges, they put them straight in the green or straight in the turtle suit, and they put them in a cell, because they know, like, oh, we're about to punish you in here. Like, the crazy thing is you thought that you was actually going to swing this door open and be able to live in here with all of us with those charges. Out of respect for us, You should have said, nah, look, I'm not going to go in there with them people. We know. So, like, we're going to take it as disrespect just off the jump that you thought you could put 1 foot in this cell and live with us as a child molester. Like, we're going to beat the fuck out of you just for disrespecting us like that and thinking that you were going to have the courage to walk in here and live with us. So, like, they're going to take it as that off the jump. It ain't even about the child thing anymore. After that, it's about, like, you really thought that you could just step in here, like, just insult all of our fucking sturdiness, huh? Like, no, sir. They used to do them people bad in the cells. Like, I've seen a couple people get beat real bad. I mean, like, real bad in jail. I mean, they were jumping off the tables on his head. Boom! Jumping off the tables. Like, it was rough. Because, like, in the jails where I'm at, they're, like, very short-handed. And they put you in a cell with 50 other guys when you first get in there, right? There's, like, 3 or 4 different holding cells. And a lot of times, you're in there with, like, 50 dudes. And y'all are in that bitch packed. And there ain't many guards. So, like, a lot of times when fight breaks out, it'll just be 1 or 2 guards right there. So they don't run in right off the jump. They wait for their friends and stuff like that. Then they come in and fuck you up. Don't get me wrong, them guards fuck you up. They come in there with them electric shields and you're done. I remember one time they threw gas in my shit and I was damn near crying in that motherfucker. I thought I was tough. I was beating on the door. Boom, boom, boom. They brought the main lieutenant dude over there. He tries to talk me down. And I kept telling these people they ain't brought me my soap. I ain't got no goddamn toilet paper. And every day they bring me my tray, I feel like the food guy's shorting my fucking portions. Like I was in that motherfucker sick. And he was too, though, I felt like. Just because I was white or something. I don't know. I just was taking it the wrong way. And I was blooping out about it. Hell yeah, like, I was hot. Like, I damn near was ready to make a cup of shit and piss and throw it dead on the food dude. Soon as he came through with my meal, just, crunching. But I was like, you know what? And that's where your mind will take you to. Like, when you get in them dark places like that, you really do have to be a different person. Like, you got to turn into a different person. Like, you got to be ruthless in there. You can't let these people think that they can get over on you. Like, yeah, I was ruthless. Like, I'll shit you down in a quick second if that's what happened. You know, if anything's going wrong, like, we're gonna make sure to. But yeah, I sat there for fucking 20 minutes one day, beating on the door, kicking on it, everything. Then they brought him over here, so I start cussing him out too. Just like I was telling y'all, they fucking shorting me on my portions. They ain't brought me no toilet paper. They're supposed to bring you 2 rolls. I ain't got no rolls of toilet paper. Then they tried to say, oh, well, you're making stuff out of the toilet paper and, you know, using the toilet paper how you shouldn't. And I said, the only thing I do that with is the soap. I'll take the bars of soap and shit like that and carve into them and do the dumb shit, but I don't waste the toilet paper. Are you crazy? Anyway, long story short, I'm looking at him up here, then I get mad. So now, then he flips the thing down like that. Starts looking down there, so now I'm cussing him out down here. You fucking bitch. You fucking let him do it. You run this shit, blah, blah, blah. Because he's the head guy on the floor, and he's just letting them do it. So now I'm cussing him, motherfucker. Like, because he wouldn't give me the toilet paper neither. So at this point, now he flips the slot up on me. Now I'm fuming. I'm like, oh, hell no. So I'm throwing shit, fucking boom, 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 boom. I'm blooping out in there, kicking the shit. But guess what? They brought me my shit. I said, all y'all got to do is bring me a roll of toilet paper. Bring me my fucking hygiene shit. God damn it. And y'all ain't got to hear nothing else out of me. But no, they would rather me kick on this door for 45 minutes so they got something to laugh at. And yeah, that shit was crazy though. I kicked on that motherfucker. I was doing it like this too. I was making sure to fucking, it got on their nerve eventually though. After about 30-40 minutes, like I said, he got tired of sitting at that little stupid ass desk. He come up there. Then he was gonna bring the lieutenant, like he was, like I wasn't gonna cuss him out. Like, what I'm already in jail. Like, what's the worst y'all are gonna do? I'm down there like that, bitch. You fucking whore. You're the one. And I'm talking bad to him right here like this. And he just did me just like this. Blow! And slammed it shut. I said, ah. But yeah, they handle you rough in there. There's been another time where I got hit with a shield. And after that, I will never do that again. I swear to God, I will never, ever. Like, once they bring the SORT team again, I'm cuffing up. Like, it's over. I swear to God, I'm not playing with them people. The last time they threw gas in there and shit and basically left me in there for like 10 minutes. Hell yeah, I was coughing and like there was shit coming out of my eyes, my nose, my mouth. Like there was so much stuff coming out of my nose that you wouldn't have thought there was that much shit in your head. And you'll be choking and you can't breathe. And then it's almost like fucking taking water down your nose while you're fucking getting smoked out. Like it's awful, bro. It's like you're choking on your own stuff and yeah, like the only thing you can do is just like put your head forward like this and just let it just fucking, yeah, it's rough. I wanted to cry. I knew right then and there, I said I will never do that again. Like they fucked me up. They punished my ass. They damn near cracked my rib. Let me get up out of here, man. Oh, my neighbor. But yeah, I hope I don't never have to go back to living like that, man. And I won't, because I do the right thing in life and make the right decisions. And I don't ever want to go back to living like that ever again. Yeah, I had some dark times in there because it goes from like being like scared to lonely to like you feel like everybody forgot about you and like nobody even is gonna remember you type shit when you get out. Like it gets crazy, it gets dark. And then it goes from that to just being angry because then you're locked in there like every day. So it goes from like being scared to being hurt and sad to just being angry. Like the longer you're in there, you just get mad, especially when they're like mistreating you and shit and they're not doing what they're supposed to and you get paid to do this and you're not keeping up with your end of the job and then people wonder why the guards get beat on and get punched on. Well, that's why, because they do shit like that. Like you got to understand these people got to live here. Like I was blessed enough up with that. You shorten portions on the food tray and shit like that. They ain't having that. They're not. They got to live there forever. But yeah, I've been able to stay out of trouble now for like 8 years consistently. I haven't been locked up. I haven't gotten any trouble. Ever since I've started to work a real job and quit doing what I was doing, I haven't been in any trouble. And now I just go to work, go home, stay out the way, live a simple life. And it's amazing how I don't have to worry about going to jail or getting in any trouble and I have way less problems. Way less problems. It's much better on this side. It took me a long time to finally realize and try to figure out how to live the right way. At one point in time, I was 22 and 23 years old and didn't know how to live a normal life. Like, didn't know how to go to work and I didn't know how to do none of that shit. I didn't know how to get a job, didn't know how to file taxes, didn't know about none of that shit. I had to learn the hard way on everything. I didn't have parents, and I was grateful to have like, my stepmom and things like that to help me, and she helped me a lot in life. But yeah, I didn't know how to do none of that shit. I had to learn everything on my own. Like, didn't nobody force me or say like you need to change your life. Like it was just one of those things where I had been beat down and hit rock bottom so many times that like by the time I was 19 and 20, I was ready to change. Like 22, 23, I had been tired. I was tired by then. I was tired of living like I was. It becomes a hassle every day, like when you have to live the wrong way. It really does. And people would always see my life and be like, damn, like, how do you live and you're doing this and doing that and you don't work a job and you just hustle and like, how are you able to maintain? And like, I used to not know what to tell them. I'm like, I don't know, to be honest. Like, this is what I've always did. So it wasn't nothing. But normal people would look at me and ask me those questions for a long time, like, because they would always have to go to work and shit. And I would just always have money, always have jewelry, always be doing shit. Well, it's because I lived with my granny and didn't have bills like that. Yeah, I would help her out and stuff like that when she needed it, and but she was always straight, and I was just not being a grown man, living off people. Fucking, it doesn't matter if it's your mom or it's your granny or whoever you're living with. If you're living with them and you don't pay bills, you're living off them. You're not living with them. Don't get that confused. I don't give a damn if it's your mom. I don't give a damn if it's your granny. My granny's got a house to this day. Am I gonna go live with her? Hell no, I'm a grown ass man. Like, me and my girl break up and I gotta move out. Am I gonna go live with my granny? Fuck no. Even though I could, and she'd be like, yeah, come here. And she wants me to come there. And yeah, here, you ain't gotta pay nothing. I'd rather you stack your money and get your head back together and, come here. She would want me to do that. But I wouldn't do that. Just me being a grown man, like, could never go back and do that. Like, I'd have to go get my own place and like, cause like I'm not gonna sit here and mooch off my granny or mooch off this person, or I did that for years. Like, never will I be an adult. And don't get me wrong, there's people out here that are grown adults that live with their parents. If you're a kid and you live with your parents, you're 18, 19, 20, that's cool. You'll figure it out. Like, but if you are over 25 years old and you live with your parents, I hate to say it like this, like, I don't want to be rude, but like, you need to get it together. At least if you're going to live with your parents, like, have a job. If you don't have a job and you live with your parents, you shouldn't even be allowed to speak on this earth. If you're over 25 and you do not have a job and you live off of somebody, your parents, your sister, your brother, you need to go to hell. I don't give a fuck what's going on. My goddamn uncle is fucking 62 years old and still lives with his mom and has lived with his mom his whole life. He has never had his own shit. I'm like, you got to get it together. And I'm wondering, I'm thinking like, and he do get a check and stuff, right? He gets his check, so, but I'm not gonna say that. Like, let me stop though, because he takes care of his mom, and I need him over there to take care of her and let her use the restroom and a shower and stuff like that, because I work all the time, so I can't be there. So it did come in handy on down the road. Now he has to be there so he can raise her, and he does a good job at that and takes care of her and feeds her and makes sure she's straight. Also feeds her animals and her cats and all that, because she can't even really get up out of bed much. So he does do that. It did end up paying off on down the road, because when she needed him most, which is right now, he was there, because he wasn't going anywhere, because he's been there her whole life. But I'm sure now she's probably like, thank God, because I can't stop over there every single day and take care of her and put her on the toilet and do this. I got to work a job. If I do that, I'll be on the street. I'm young. I still got to roll, and she understands that. So I'll stop over there on the weekends and I'll take them to the grocery or do this or do that, or run them to the bank if they need to, or help them get their groceries. And that's about it, man. I don't got to do too much. He really he really helps out a lot. She said, "Fuck it, I'm calling my mom. See if she'll have me back." My mom don't love me though. Damn, do you still talk to your mom, Christy? You talk to your mom and dad, Christy, or barely? Do they live up there in Michigan with you? Are they from the same state that you're from? Troy said my mom and dad are dead. That's awful, man. I already know, though. Oh, they're close. Damn, and they don't talk to you like that? That's so crazy. I always, like, didn't respect that at all. Like, parents who can be there for their kid. It never was, because, like, my mom was like that. Like, she's still alive to this day, runs around healthy, takes care of all her kids, all five, four, three of them, whatever. Takes care of all her kids. Never took care of me, though. But they were 14 years old and 15 when I was born. My dad was 15 and she was 14 when I was born. Yeah, when I was born, that means she got pregnant at 13. And I was born when she was 14 and my dad was 15. So, like, he was always right around my age. So we looked a lot alike. And he was always young. Too. Like, people would be like, oh, yeah, your brother stopped by earlier or whatever. And I'd be like, who? My brother. And they'd be like, oh, I'd be like, you mean my dad? And they'd be like, what? Your dad? That's crazy. Like, how old are you? What the fuck? And I was like, yeah, that's my dad. That ain't my brother. They would be like, what the fuck? Everybody I ever came across did that every day. Like, every time I would come across people, we would be together everywhere out in public. For one, they would know because we look alike, but they'd be like, y'all are brothers, ain't y'all? And then when I'm like, no, it's my dad, they'd be like, what? What the fuck? They would immediately start tripping. I heard that shit my whole fucking life. They'd be like, you don't even look old enough to, like, have any kids. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you look older than he does. And they'd even say, too, like, you act older than he does. Like, you're more mature than he is. Talking about me, and I was always like 13 or 14, and he was the adult. I was like, damn. But as I got older, I act way more immature now as I ever did when I was younger. When I was younger, wasn't nothing fun. Wasn't nothing to gain. Wasn't nothing funny. Wasn't nothing to laugh about. We was hungry. Wasn't no money coming in like that. We was trying to make a way. Every day was survival, literally. Wasn't nothing funny. I was real serious of a person. I grew up young. I was out on my own at 12 years old, 13 years old and shit. But yeah. Said Jordan was in school. My dad ended up dropping out and shit. But yeah, my dad, like, always, he sold a lot of drugs when he was younger and as he got older. So, like, my whole life, I always, known him to have, like, nice cars. And yeah, my dad was doing big things. Like, there had been times where, like, the Mexican cartel and shit had come over there and, like, took one of his cars and shit over some money. Like, they came, like, 7 deep and pulled up with, like, bulletproof vests and guns and hopped out on him and shit. Took one of his old school cars over money that he owed and shit. Like, they were gonna kill him. I seen a lot of shit when I was younger. I seen my dad stabbed. Basically, he's like my blood uncle, but his name's Ben. He stabbed him right here where his heart is, all the way down, literally. And dude was fucking breathing bubbles out his chest. And I was like probably 12. And I seen the whole thing happen. It was on Derby Day, and everybody was in the front yard drinking and shit. And then some shit had went down or whatever, and then my dad just pulled out the knife, tried to kill him right there. He didn't try to, he damn near did. Like, dude hopped in the car and skated off and drove himself to the hospital. He said he was doing, because you got to think both of them's my family. So I'm asking him after he healed and shit, like, but he was telling me for the longest, like, I'm gonna kill your dad and all types of shit. But like, this is my family too, and their family. Like, you know what I mean? Like brothers almost. So I'm like not trying to get in the middle of it and shit, but yeah, he was always saying that, yeah. And I understood, like, whatever happened, happened because, you know, what he did to him, he was trying to take him out for real. He said he was. He said he was trying to kill him right there. Like, when I asked my dad about that on down, and because we've talked about it multiple times, he didn't go to prison for that. He actually went to prison for robbing somebody at an ATM. He didn't even go to prison for the fucked up shit that he did, which was crazy. That's usually how life works. So when he did end up going to prison, he wasn't even tripping. He was like, "What's my charges?" You said robbery. Okay, okay, good. He was happy to go lay down, like he thought he was going to do 20 off the rip. But yeah, so that was kind of crazy. But yeah, that dude was always telling me like, he's when I catch up with him, I'm gonna kill him, and I kept telling him like, nah, he damn near killed you. Like you might not want to. Like anyway, dude drove himself to the hospital and shit. I still talk to him this day. Matter of fact, that's like one of the dudes that wrote me and shit and was like checking up on me and shit whenever me and my girl was going through this breakup and all that shit. Like he was one of the guys that wrote me and checked up on me and shit. But yeah, that was crazy on Derby Day. And when I say he was breathing bubbles, he was like he was coughing and like trying to talk. He's like, "Hey, go to the hospital." And he was like, "I'm gonna die if the ambulance don't come. I'm not gonna make it." So he just hopped in the car and took off. But yeah, like there was bubbles, like blood bubbles coming out of his chest. Shit was leaking down. He had a white T-shirt on. It was covered. It was the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. When I say blood bubbles, like yeah, the blood bubbles was coming through the T-shirt. Like every time he was trying to breathe in from where it collapsed his lung, it was just coming out. And there was air bubble, like blood bubbles coming out right here from where he was trying to breathe, but his lung was collapsed. That was crazy. I had never seen that before. I was like, damn, that was crazy. Anyway, yeah, it all happened in like 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like it was like boom, quick, bam. I didn't even know he was hit. I see my dad like squaring up with him and then hit him like that, bing. And then yeah, it just was leaking everywhere. He hopped in the whip. He did get to the hospital. He ended up getting his lung and everything sewed up. And maybe one day I'll bring him up on the live. But dude's actually doing good now. Like he's sober now. Like he used to have a missing tooth right here, and he had one missing tooth, but he got his tooth back and shit. And he's like sober now and doing good. And he's going to church every Sunday and shit and doing the right thing in life. And so like I'm happy for him. Like he's running his little company and he just bought him a house over in our neighborhood where we grew up at, like bought a house. So yeah, like I'm happy for him. Like he was telling me how before he bought that house he didn't spend no money for 3 years and he literally ate noodles and hot dogs and shit like that every single night. Every now and then like a McDonald's burger, shit like that every night for 3 years and said he didn't spend a dollar unless he needed to. Like if it wasn't bills or something or gas, he wasn't spending it and saved up enough in 3 years to buy that house. Yeah, they be getting money around here for real. Like some of us come from different lifestyles and then changed our life around, but we still know the ways that we always have of getting that money. So that's why I always say I've changed my life around, but a lot of times it's hard to, keep doing the right thing. Because like if somebody calls me and I can make $350 in 10 minutes, I'm going to do that. And that's what happens every time. I don't give a fuck what's going on. But that's why I always say it's very hard to leave, your old life behind like that. Like even when you do leave it behind, there's still bits and pieces that always stays with you. So it's really a big deal and a big accomplishment if you can go from being in jail and doing certain things and living rough like that and being hungry and not supporting anybody to supporting people and yourself and to doing the right thing. But not only that, not only are you doing good for yourself and upping yourself in your own life, but you're able to be an example and a hope shot to other people that didn't think that they would be able to do it, or that other people that are in the same situation that you were in and you came out of it and you're able to sit here in front of them and tell them like, look, you're not stuck in this. Like you can come out the same way. Like I know how it feels like when you get in that cycle, like you're stuck forever and you get to thinking like, how am I ever going to get out of this? Is my whole life going to be like this? And it gets to be a scary feeling, but like you can be a hope shot for people and show people and tell people that, it does work and you can change your life. And like, you don't always have to live like you did. Like eventually when you get older, your mind should eventually change over and you should want to change. Nobody should have to tell you to change. For me, young, I was about 23 and realized like, look, if I don't stop doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna die. And if I don't die, then I'm just gonna go to prison. And I knew there was only two options. Because I was like, I've been doing this and this. And then I dropped that air unit out that window like a month ago. So like if this shit catches up to me, it's 10 years off the rip. We'll probably get pleaded down to 5 and get a lawyer, end up doing like a year and a half and then get out on probation. Maybe not even that, probably do about 15 months and then get out on paper. That's the way I used to look at shit. Like, I used to think out crimes before I would do them, and then I would do them and be like, nah, I'm gonna do this crime because, like, that's 5 years. Like, if I hit this one, that one's 10, and, like, I ain't willing to do, like, if I snatch this dude's money at the ATM, that's strong arm robbery, that's 20 years, that's 10 at least, like, but if I drop this air unit out the window, let it fall on the ground and crawl in the house, like, it's burglary, but it's 5, it ain't strong arm, they're not looking at it like it's violent, like, but that's crazy when you would think like that, but that's how my mind used to think. I was dumb, stupid. Now when I get older, I'm like, damn, see, yeah, your mind really ain't thinking like it should, you know, because now I think and I'm like, well, that was stupid. If you could even look at 5 years, why would you go do it? Like, if you're looking at a year, why would you go do it? Like, and I'm over here putting 5 and 10 on the line, football numbers, like it was nothing. That was dumb. I'll never do that again, man. I ain't gonna play with my life like that. Like, God has blessed me to be able to live a good way now and, like, not have to suffer and not have to be hungry and not have to not want. Like, listen, anything that I want, I got right now. Like, there's stuff that I want, of course, that I don't have, but everything that I need and I wanted, like, that I need, and I've always been like, oh, I want a house or a car or this in life. I got all that now, so I'm not going to be ungrateful, man. I'm forever blessed with what he gave me. He said, Disney adult are weirdos. Appreciate you, bro. I'm not a Disney adult, though, but I don't like anything about Disney. I don't fuck with Disney. I think that Disney's Lester, Chester, Sylvester the Molester. I think that they're Michael Jackson type people, and that's all there is to it. Anybody that thinks different, they can fuck off too. They looked at Michael Jackson like a legend, but what happened to, like, why did nobody ever mention the weirdo things, or they did and everybody looked over it? Fuck his weirdo ass. He's been weird from day one, like dyeing his skin and, you know, wanted to be white, and then they believed all the other weirdo shit, but nobody believed when he was touching on little kids. Like, you know what, he did dye himself. That is weird behavior, but God forbid he touched that little boy Macaulay Calkins. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. The guy came on an interview for 3 hours long and admitted it and said, like, look, I don't want to do this, and I had to wait until after he died to even talk about it. But yeah, he did that. And he used to have me sleep in the room, and I watched the whole documentary. Listen, I don't give a fuck what's going on. When there's defamation lawsuits at stake, nobody's going to make up false stuff about you, especially when you're Michael Jackson. These people, his estate will come fucking sue you. He's long gone. His estate will come fucking sue you. Them people will eat you alive. You say something about him. There's a reason why they didn't sue Macaulay Culkin. How come all of them people that said he did this, why didn't he hit him for defamation? Why didn't he turn it around and say, you know what, I'm countersuing for defamation because he's making up lies on me and tarnishing my name? No, he never did that once. He just paid those people off. And they would settle out of court every time. Here's $5 million. We'll just, oh, see you later. I ain't saying a word. Thanks. You touched my PP. Like, thanks for the $5 million. And that's what it was every time. Never once did you hear, I'm countersuing for defamation. There was 3 or 4 different lawsuits that people had on that man. And never once did he say, I'm countersuing for defamation. Every single time he settled out of court. Every single time. 3 different times. Once, okay, maybe somebody was making something up. You are famous. Twice, oh man, that's kind of iffy. 3 times, brother, you got to go. You got to go. It's like the Tate brothers. Like, they just got done doing all that sex trafficking stuff or whatever, and they just got out of federal court and beat the trial. They beat it. They beat the charges, and then here it is 2-3 months later, they're back locked up again. Just got picked up by the feds again for the same charges. At this point, look, there is no more, we didn't do it, we already beat it once. Like, the feds don't come unless you're doing something wrong. Not only did they come once, but they came twice, which means they found enough evidence to come pick you up that they have to convict you.
The feds don't come unless they already have all the evidence they need to convict you. They don't come until they have all the evidence they need to convict you, because they sit and watch to get all the evidence they need to convict you. That's why you'll never see them until it's over. When they come pick you up, it is over at that point. They have probably watched you for a year, 2 years before they ever came and got you. That's why you never listen. When the feds come, you're done. They came because they already have everything they need, and that's why they're there. They would never come beforehand. You are done. If you're looking at state charges, it's possible you can easily beat those, no problem, this, that, and the other. But fed charges, no, you're done. What are they doing, bro? They're gonna fuck up my power lines over there. Like, well, what in the fuck is this motherfucker doing before I get my pistol? Oh, okay, that's the electric people. I was about to say, that shit just had me hot. Like, are you stupid, bro? I'm about to get mad here in a second. What is the electric people doing? I know they ain't cutting my shit off. My shit's always paid ahead of time. They got me fucked up. I'm gonna go out there and cut their shit off. I'm gonna cut their goddamn spark plugs. Let me go inside for the haters. What do you say? You tell them, Mickey. Yeah. I've been up going since like 6:30 this morning, man. I shouldn't even have been up this early. I should have got some extra sleep since I didn't have to work, you know it? He was out there doing something, though. That was kind of weird. The electric people out there. They coming to cut somebody's shit or what? Damn, I'm almost out of the smoke, too. We're going to have to go get some more smoke. Hell no. Who's all in here with us, though, man? I might start it over for a second and get a little more motion in here. I seen Argay popped in here a second ago. What's the word, Argay? What's going on?
What's the word, my why? Is Orge in the chat? They said you need to burn that hat. You're just upset. You're just upset because I'm wearing my Mickey hat today. Maybe one day you won't be so upset. Let me start this live over. Somebody sent 3 gifts through. I seen that though. Come on. We've been adding up on them gifts lately. They've been showing out for old Roo. He said, bro is so confused. Why? What happened? What happened? Monkey man. What happened, bro? Yeah, Disney's cool. I don't fuck with it like that, but I just do this shit for the live, bro. I just do this shit for the views. I don't care nothing about Disney. I don't watch nothing Disney. I don't collect nothing Disney. I've got a Disney shirt in there. And that's about it. Like, I don't care nothing about Disney, brother. I might go up here to McDonald's and get this sausage egg McGriddle, cuh. Go get this sausage egg McGriddle, cuh. You know why Mickey left Minnie? Because she was fucking goofy. Damn, that was hard though. I ain't heard that one. That was lightweight I right there though. That was hard. Come on. I like that one though. That was catchy. Damn. Somebody finally said something. Something meaningful, man. What up? What up, Dennis? What's going on, man? I appreciate you for tapping in. We're in the building, man. We're tapping in live from Louisville, Kentucky. We're rolling up this Moon Rock joint real quick. We're tapping in with the live this morning. We're here early. We got 7 people. We've been having motion the entire time on this bad boy. Shout out to all the people that's been watching this morning. Christy's been in there faithfully with us since this morning. I appreciate you. Come on, is she still in there or not? Shout out to Christy. Come on. We're going to really have to make her managing mod. I shouldn't have took her off managing mod, but RJ fucked it up for everybody and had me feeling like people were, which I know she wouldn't do that, so I wouldn't mind putting her on managing mod. But RJ fucked it up for everybody else, basically. We're going to move her back to managing. She deserves to be a managing mod in here. She's always... We're going to move you back to managing mod. I shouldn't have took you off managing mod, but pissed off at RJ because he fucked up all my motion probably and was blocking people out of here. I don't know. I don't think he was, but who knows at this point. After Mixie said there was fucking 10 people, 20 people blocked. Yeah, we'll make him mod. Remove as standard moderator. Damn. Managing mod. There you go. But yeah, no, I didn't think that you were deleting anybody out, but I thought RJ probably might have deleted some people out of there, but I don't think he did because I went under the seen the people that were blocked or whatever, and I don't even know what the difference between managing mod is really. I don't really think there's much of a difference other than you can like block like you can block other mods and stuff like that. But maybe there's a lot more you can do, like look up people's channel activity and stuff like that, but I just RJ scared me and had me not wanting to make nobody managing mod because I felt like you could do more than what people should be able to do, and I didn't want nobody messing up the channel because like we fucking for a second I started like losing a little bit of motion for some reason, and I was thinking like maybe people were getting deleted or something. So that's why I had to go back and look and make sure like RJ wasn't blocking out the whole city on me. But yeah, you can do a bunch of different stuff. Like you can definitely do things that other people can't do for sure. Like you can look up their channel activity, you can block whoever you want out, you can fucking time moderators out. So like RJ, if he comes in here, oh, we took him off mod. Yeah. See, and I would have kept him as a moderator because like it really is a big deal if you become a moderator in this chat because like I don't like to mod people up like that at all. And like he had that opportunity and blew it. And trust me, when you're a mod in here, people come in and notice. That's why everybody comes in here like mod me up, please, please, because like it really gets motherfuckers recognition and all types of shit. I don't want to turn up the wrong people. That's why I took RJ off the mod. He was getting too much recognition anyway, and then he didn't even respect it. He came in here and blocked me out of Mixie's chat, knowing he's a moderator in my chat. Even Christy was like, "Did you block him?" She couldn't even believe it because he's an idiot. Like, you're a mod in here and didn't even care. He was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna block him out of Mixie's chat. As long as he's not in Mixie's chat, I don't care what's going on. Goofy ass. But yeah, Christy's a managing mod. She's one of the only managing mods in here. Jacqueline's a managing mod, but she might not be for long. Might not be a mod at all. What you talking about? Don't give a shit. You can unblock during the live. That's what's up. Oh, you can? Yeah. Oh, okay. That'd be cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. It wasn't even that big of a deal. RJ said he was going to do it for me, but hell with him. He ain't going to do. I don't even do anything but comment in there every now and then. I'll send some money through or something. But what's crazy is when he blocked me out, all I was doing was sending money through, and then the other time before that, I was just bitching about some shit that had gone on in my life or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, I just had to get you out of there, bro. You were just bringing down the vibe." Like the vibe's down anyway, regardless. Wherever you go, How is my comments alone bringing down the whole chat? You mean I got enough power for me to say something in the chat and bring the whole energy off? That's crazy. Nobody should let me be rent free like that around them at all. I should not be able to say something and it mean that much in the chat to where it's swaying people's energy off. Like, I shouldn't mean that much to you, especially if we don't know each other in real life and never seen each other. Like, there's no way that you let somebody live in your head rent free that much. There's no way you were feeling some type of way about me long before you ever blocked me. Believe that. That was just the lead up to it. But yeah, RJ definitely blocked the fuck out of me in that for sure. I knew it was him to begin with because like there's only a few people that's mods in there that it could have been. And I know it wasn't Mixie, and I know Christy didn't do it. But at first, he was lightweight trying to sway it on you until you came in the live and seen, and then he was like, "Oh, it wasn't me." Then who else was it? It was him for sure. There is a channel I always go to. I thought I was blocked because the comments kept disappearing. Yeah, like every time I comment on there and then I'll like go to the thing and then come back, it doesn't let me comment for some reason. You said I can't. No, I ain't never blamed you. I never blamed you. I swear I didn't blame you. I never once said that it was Christy that blocked me. Never. Because if I would have thought that, I would have took you off the mod and everything. Like I really didn't think that it was. Now there was a thought though, because then I was like, no, she wouldn't do that. She would have no reason to. And then after you were like, no, it wasn't me. I took your word. Like I'm not gonna go against that. Like I believe you. As soon as you said, but at first before, because like I was saying stuff in the chat and nobody was saying nothing. Like not even Christy, and usually Christy will say something, but nobody was saying nothing. So I was like, damn, like what the fuck? Like that's kind of weird. But then I realized after I talked to you and was like, you were like, it wasn't me. That's all I needed to hear. I knew it wasn't you. I just needed you to say that because like, I never know how I've got done dirty on this live already. Not even by him and Penguin and just other people. So like, as soon as I heard you say it, that's all I needed. I just needed to hear you say like, look, it wasn't me. That was it. That's all. But I already had knew it wasn't you because he had blocked me the first time, you know what I mean? So there wasn't really a thought in my head. Like I knew from the get-go it was him. He had already blocked me once before. So I wouldn't sit here and say like, oh yeah, you thought it was me, because I really didn't. Like even my girl was sitting here and I told her about the situation and I was like, Christy wouldn't do that. I know it wasn't her. I told my girl the same thing. I was like, I know it was RJ. And then that's when she got mad and was like, well, fuck him, block him, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I'm such a cool dude and shit. I ain't got no problem with him. I still let him watch. I ain't gonna block him. She was telling me, get him out of here, just like I did Penguin. Don't give him a chance. Fuck him. You gave him multiple chances. That's what she said. But yeah, I told my girl the same exact thing. You can ask her. I was like, I don't think Christy did that. Like, I'm positive that she didn't. But when I said something in the chat, like nobody was answering me, and then I said something, I'm like, then you were like, nah, it wasn't me that did it. So that's all I needed to hear. I took your word. I didn't think it was to begin with, but then he kind of was like swaying it and making it seem like maybe it was you or something. But I'm like, she would never do that. She has no reason. I told my girl the same thing. I didn't think it was you. I really didn't. There was a thought that like, damn, because like whatever had happened before then or whatever, but no, I didn't think it was you. I promise I did. I told my girl the same thing. It wasn't Christy. She asked the same thing. You think it was Christy? And she even said that she didn't think you would do that. Like, you're a girl. You would have no reason to. But, you know what I mean? By what I was saying, I knew that it was RJ because he got me out of there when I was like saying nice stuff to her or whatever. That's what I'm saying. I knew it. That was only something that a guy would have did, like out of jealousy. Like a girl is not going to be jealous about another girl or something, or a guy trying to get with her or whatever, which that wasn't my intention. We weren't even talking about anything weird like that. I think I was just bitching about, what was going on with my girl and shit. But yeah, it ain't no big deal. But I just want you to know, Christy, that I didn't think it was you. I really didn't. I told my girl the same thing, that I didn't. But once you were like, nah, I took your word. I knew right then. I was like, I didn't think it was her anyway. I just wanted to hear her say like, yo, I knew better. Trust me, I really didn't think it was you. You're probably one of the most solid people on the channel. You tried to call me and everything. I just noticed that the other day on the Discord. I didn't realize that until the other day I got on there, and I would have answered. For some odd reason, though, it didn't ring through, so I don't know why it didn't come through on my end. I would have picked up for you for sure, but I just noticed that the other day. I was like, damn, I wonder why it didn't ring on my phone, though. I didn't get any ring or anything like that. But yeah, I appreciate that, Christy, and I didn't think it was you. I ain't gonna sit here. I don't want you sitting here thinking that you thought, because I feel like we're more solid than that. I didn't think it was you. You were like, yeah, you were blaming me. Like, nah, don't do that, please. I wasn't. You make me feel bad now because I'm like, nah, you've always been good and supported the channel. I would never. I didn't think it was you. Although he was trying to sway opinions, he knew what he was doing. He knew that I knew that if I would think either it's only the people that know me. Why would anybody else block me in the chat? And y'all are the two main moderators. So he knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. That was a chump move on his part. And then for him to not man up and be like, yeah, I blocked you is crazy, especially when like Christy's our people and you're supposed to be, why would you want to sway my opinion like that. Stupid, like, man up for your shit, dumbass. He's watching right now. I know he is. And then anyway, you're a chump for that anyway. You tried to, like, sway the blame on the female. Like, you're weak for that, RJ. You know what you were doing. You knew what I would have thought, and you knew that it would have been, y'all were the only two moderators, so he knew. He's weak for that. I really should have blocked him out of here. I ain't gonna lie, I should have took my girl's word for it and blocked him, but I'd rather you watch and see the success and see the good things that happen to me rather than me block you out and you never get to say another word and I don't hear from you ever again. No, I want you close. Come closer. Come here, Bubba. I want you to see what's going on when it's happening. That's my girl asks that all the time. That guy I was telling y'all about earlier that got me on for that money and shit. She says, why are you still friends with him on Facebook? I said, what do you mean? What, you want me to block him? I said, no, I want him close to me. I want to know where he's at. I want him to post stories when he's with his girl and he just took her out to Outback on Outer Loop type shit. Yeah, no, I want him right here. I ain't blocking nobody I don't fuck with. My girl said the same thing to me, asking why I got people on my Facebook that I know I don't like. There would be problems if I ran into, but they're still friends on my Facebook because we're keeping them close. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, and we do that. Believe that. I want to know exactly what they're doing and where they're at all times. Come on. She said, no, I love seeing people come back. Makes me smile seeing people we know come in. Yeah, I know. I like it. That's the reason I come on here, because you got to ask yourself, at this point, I don't make this point, because you got to ask yourself, why do I come in here every day? I don't have any more goals to hit. I'm fully monetized no matter what, and I'm not going backwards now. There is no losing watch hours. There is no gaining watch hours. We're fully monetized. And you ask yourself, like, why is he still coming on here doing this? Because I'm not really making much money off of it. It's because I like doing it. I like tapping in with the people. I like getting on the live and seeing all the haters and everybody commenting foul shit, because that's what makes me feel better. I'm like, oh yeah, we got a mad for a reason. As long as I know that these people are sick in the chat right now at me, I'm knowing I'm doing something right. Because if I was a retard or somebody in a wheelchair or somebody who was slow or mentally disabled or I was a bum on the street holding a sign, you would have walked right past me and wouldn't have paid me no attention at all. You wouldn't even have looked at me. You know what I mean? But no, if you stop and say something, look at this idiot, look at this dumb, he thinks he's fresh, look at his stupid hat. That just tells me the hat's catchy. The hat's doing what you wanted to. When y'all get to talking about this hat, I'm knowing that I need to wear this in the next 5 lives, because obviously it's doing what it's supposed to do. I got fucking probably 100 interactions in this live alone just off this hat. That hat's dumb. Get rid of the hat. He's a Disney fan. What an idiot. Says he doesn't fuck with Disney, but he's wearing Disney. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, it did what it was supposed to do. The jewelry, it did what it was supposed to do. Sometimes it ain't always about what y'all are thinking. I'm thinking on a whole different ball game. I'm thinking on a whole different perspective. If I can put something on and get them to talk about it and save myself from having to talk, I won. Because if I get on here in this dumbass hat and not say a word, they'd still get in here and say shit about the hat. And then the shirt that I got on with this hat is like completely opposite things. So it's kind of like funny at the same time. You got a bandana print blue shirt on with a Disney hat. Oh, he's thugging. Like, it's just for the views, bro. Like, don't worry about it. Like, oh, he's a Disney character, thinks he's gangster. He did. Like, no, I definitely don't think I'm gangster, because gangster gets you killed where I'm from. I just want to be an old man. I just think I'm a worker, man. I'm just a tax-paying citizen at this point. Like, I feel proud, loud, to be able to say, you know, not only proud, but loud to be able to say that, like, I'm a tax-paying citizen. Like, I'm a normal, functioning member of society. I was able to climb out the bucket and succeed. No matter what happens to me in my life, that's why I'm always straight. And you see me go through a breakup of 8 years and moving into my own place and still standing tall and still holding my shoulders up and still keeping it moving every bit of the way. And it was like it didn't even faze me. But at the same time, I'm knowing that blessings are to come and life always gets better. And as long as I stay positive and keep it moving, things are going to keep moving and everything's going to keep going and it's going to go my direction every rip. Because I'm the one putting in the work. I'm the one pushing to where I'm going. I'm the one putting in the work and the effort and the labor to get to where I'm going. I'm the only one that knows where I want to go and what goals I want to achieve. I did this. Nobody else. That's what I'm saying. I'm knowing exactly where I'm headed to. I'm not worried about a thing. Water under the bridge. It ain't nothing. We're gonna keep it moving. When I turn up, and in 2, 3 years, we got 1,000 motherfuckers on here, and I'm making $3,000 a month off YouTube alone, and I'm working, and we're shitting on people. They won't have a word to say. And everybody that ever turned their back or anything on me from this point backwards have looked retarded, have looked stupid. Any girl that ever broke up with me had 5 kids now, lost 3 of them. I've been in jail 6 different times since then. Don't have none of their kids. Don't have custody of none of them. Got 6 baby daddies. Ruined their whole life when they left me. Types like, hey, listen, I don't never trip, bro. Like karma always comes back around on everybody. I never had to eat anybody up. God did it for me every single time. I promise every time he ate them alive. The last one that did me wrong should. Then I had 5 kids, lost all the kids, strung out off drugs, ruined their whole life. I know they be thinking back like, damn, the worst thing I ever did was leave his ass because they had everything made. So it's like, I don't trip about no shit like that because I'm knowing karma's finna eat y'all alive for that dumbass shit every time. They said, do you like your men like you like your hats? I don't like men, period. I don't like men, period. Brother, I don't even like being around dudes. I feel like dudes is corny. Dudes is weird to me. And they are. The way they act, the things they do, like that RJ type shit, like what RJ did. Dudes is weird to me. Like, what? What made you do that? I've never been like that. Like, I'm always all for a brother, you know? Like, if you're, you know what I mean, and you like her, you want this, go for it. Like, ain't mine. I don't know what's going on, but for him, he's like jealous and weird and like, you shouldn't be like that towards other grown men. It doesn't matter if they're doing better than you or they're not doing better than you. As long as they respect you and treat you good, that's all that matters in this world. It doesn't matter about what somebody has, how much they got, where they work, what their status is, that they go live. None of that matters, bro, because I know a lot of goofies that go live that don't stand on no morals or principles. They wear shit around their neck, toilet bowl seats and diapers and whatever else they fucking do. Ain't throwing no low shows or no low blows. I'm just saying, we know. Like, I see what's going on. Me, I could never. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, none of that other shit matters. Like, if you're a stand up guy and you respect people and you keep it 1,000 and you don't really lie much and you try to tell everybody the way it is and keep it 1,000 with people, that's all. You don't have to worry about anything. You always keep your side of the street clean and you don't have nothing to worry about. Anybody that ever had a problem with me, they had a problem with me because of them. It sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. I don't have problems with people. Like, if you didn't touch me, we don't have a problem. You know, if you didn't say nothing disrespectful to me, we don't have a problem. But these other guys have problems with other dudes and then won't even tell you they got a problem with you and play it cool with you. I can never, like, if I don't like you, I won't go around you or nothing. And it's just not like that no more, man. I was raised in Louisville, Kentucky. Like, if you have a problem with somebody, you don't sit around them and do things like that. You just don't go around them. If you're not going to say anything to them about it, then you don't need to go around them. But you don't need to be sitting. That's a snake move. You don't need to be sitting around somebody that you know you don't really care for too much or don't like, and you don't at least let that person know you don't like them. I've did it before multiple times. I had to do it with a guy I work with. Like, you talk too much. Shut up. You're loud. And I told him straight up. Just the same words. Like, you're annoying, bro. You talk too damn much. Sometimes you gotta let people know because when they get to acting a fool and then you let certain shit ride, they feel like other things can slide too, and that's just not how it is. But yeah, I try to treat everybody how I would want to be treated. I know I'll get on the internet and I talk a lot of shit and say this and that, and you know, in real life they'll see me out or whatever because like everybody always sees me outside and I'm always outside. Like, and if there's a problem with it, they'll figure it out then. Like that, I'm the same way in real life as I am on YouTube, and all my peoples know that. I'm gonna tell you the same shit I'm gonna tell you on YouTube in real life. Like, it's not gonna be any different. You know, I'm the same way everywhere I go. I'm always like that. Everywhere I go, just stay out of the way and be respectful and go to work, man. And on the internet, you just can't do that. That's the only reason I'm not respectful to people on here a whole bunch. Only the people I fuck with and that support me. What up, Leland? I seen Leland's in here. They got somebody in here acting like you, Leland, and I put him in the corner earlier. Straight trucked him. They was in here trying to clown you, and I wrecked them and put him in the corner. I ain't gonna lie, I handled them rough. They was in here trying to make fun of you and shit. Came in here from a 501 Leland account, but I realized that that shit wasn't shielded up, so I slung an elbow across their chin and was like, "Who you talking to?" Roughed them up, put them in the corner, handled them, treated them straight up, like literally slapped the whole fucking elbow across their shit. Like that thing hurts too. I'm telling you, but imagine it coming at full speed though. Like it just cuts you up. Uh, you let them live. Right? The profile, so you didn't think it was me. Yeah, yeah, no, I know because of the blue shields and shit. I noticed who was in here, but yeah, I was like, I see that, and I remember you saying the other day that you did a live and that there was probably 20 people in there and fucking 15 of them was hating on you. And I was like, yeah, no, that's how it be. Like the cornballs, like that's what they do. But just know that you're doing something right. Like if these people are in your chat hating, it's for a reason. The only time they ever hate on anybody or come in here and got something negative to say about somebody is if you're doing something positive, if you're moving forward, if you're progressing, succeeding, hitting goals, achieving. That's the only time they have anything to say. If you was down bad, homeless, and didn't have a scrunion to your name, they'd love you to death. I swear they would. If you was holding live and recording all the people you got money off of every day, they'd love you to death. But as soon as you got a little bit going for you and you look halfway decent with a little bit of money and all your teeth, they hate you. Can't stand you. She said, I let them live. Hell yeah. Yeah, they were in here. They were in here dusting you off. I had to get them together. They'll be back from a different profile, I'm sure. But yeah, I don't have any goals to hit on here anymore, so I'm kind of just like in limbo. We still do it for content, and I still like tapping in with the people and talking to everybody and seeing what everybody's on that day and just letting everybody know like everything's cool and we're still here and we're still tapping in with y'all, and this is still a place where people can come in the comments and we can all link right there and like see how everybody's day is. But each of us will be in a different state somewhere across the United States, but we're still able to tap in here or tap in wherever, anybody's live when they come on, we're able to tap in with them. And I think that's cool. Like, I think it's cool that like they can get the notification, oh, Jordan's live. Then 3 or 4 people, Leland, Christy, all these people tap in. Like, that's cool. Bringing everybody together right here. Come on. We're trying to build. At this point, I really don't care about the YouTube that much because, like, I don't make too much off of it to really care about it. I only do it for the views and for the new people and for the people that are watching and the people that have been supporting. Just, to give them content and to give them live and not just roll out as soon as I get monetized type shit. We got to give them content. But here soon, I'm going to start giving them a lot different content because I'll be outside a lot and a lot more anyway. And be moving into my own place and getting all my shit situated. So like that'll be good and I'll be able to deck my little apartment out. It won't be nothing big, I don't need nothing crazy. I'm gonna keep my bills cheap and move into a little place and that'll be it. For sure. He said I already know from that live I got a shit total of watch hours. Did you? That's what's up. Hell yeah. She said, can you imagine playing with worms? What do you mean? Oh, let's do a fishing stream. Yeah, I like fishing, but yeah, that is crazy. She said, "Can you imagine playing with worms?" Yeah, I love fishing though, but I'm a country kind of guy, you know. Like I'm from the city, but everywhere around me's country, and I know country like country's country. You know what I mean? I've been here. I'm in Kentucky, man. If anybody knows country, it's somebody from Kentucky. Like, ain't didn't it like fucking originate here? Fuck that shit. I ain't hearing that Texas bullshit. All that they started the Cowboys. Texas did not start nothing country. If you want country, everybody knows Kentucky. They're known for country and just horse racing and like, come on, man. Somebody said Texas the other day is known for country, and I was like, since when? Like they're known for Mexicans and like that type of culture and stuff like that, but like country? When was Mex bitch you what? Like I couldn't believe that when they said that like, you know, Texas was one of them ones. Like cowboy hats and stuff I know, but that's kinda like a facade though. Like what country's out there? That shit's fucking hot as hell. Desert. But no, I mean maybe there is I'm sure there's parts that are country, I'm sure, but Kentucky's like you know, it's about Kentucky and Tennessee is like the known country. You know what I mean? Tennessee's like the known country capital. You know what I mean? Everybody knows about Tennessee. Tennessee is known for they have a lot of famous country singers and a lot of famous country singers come out of Tennessee. It's that's a known fact. My new song drops today at 11 a.m. That's what's up. I seen you drop the other, or didn't you just drop one at 11? Or you know what? I didn't look at the date. It's probably the same one. I clicked on it and commented on it. I commented on your last one. Is this a different one? The hatch just to block the sun. Damn, and my baldness. My baldness. They think no, it ain't to block the baldness, but I just say that because they think that that's what it's for. They'll be like, "He wears a hat all the time," and bro, I just wear a hat like I'm. My hair's cut now. I just look better with a hat. I think you know what I mean. Like I don't want to walk around with a bald ass head all the time. You know what I'm saying? I just look better with a hat. That's it. I don't really care about my hair. I don't know why they always say something about like, oh, he's wearing a hat to cover up his baldness. But I don't look bad without a hat either. I just like wearing a hat. Even when I had hair and I used to get fades and I had full head of hair and it used to be down to here and shit in the front. And I still wore hats. Look at all my pictures, my old pictures and shit on Facebook. Like even when I had hair, I wore hats. They're like, yeah, he'd be covering up his fucking baldness. And I'm like, don't shut the fuck up. I don't care nothing about that. When you look this good, Bubba, you can pull anything you want, buddy. Well, hey, listen, let me tell you something, Bubba. When your confidence is through the roof like mine is, you can pull any girl you want. Just gotta make them laugh and you can crack. Come on, look, there's Nene. What's the word, Nene? Come on, I appreciate you for tapping in. Nene's back in the building with us. Nene's in the building. What's the word, Nene? She said, what's going on, Christy? Hello. Monkey Man said, no, they don't. DT Hope, what's the word, bro? I appreciate you for tapping in. Yes, sir. Blessings to you this morning. I follow your channel now. I'm subscribed to your channel. I'm really waiting for you to go live. That's crazy. You got a real nice channel. Yours is like a lot more quality than mine. I need to build my shit up and you, man. I like that. You got 3.42 thousand subscribers, man. Shout out to you. Anybody that's watching in the chat, man, if y'all want to go follow DT Hope, Monkey Man Productions, all of them, they go live, man. Turn up. Get them together. They definitely go live. I fuck with DT Hope, though. He's got a nice channel, man. I was looking at it the other day. Good quality channel. I'm gonna build mine like that one day, man, and get it to where it's a lot better than what it is. Right now, I haven't really put any effort into it. I just like was going live, building the channel, trying to get monetized. Didn't really post any long form content at all. You know what I mean? Somebody's blocked? Who's blocked? I found out. I found it. You were blocked, Mimi. Oh, I found it out. She was blocked. Damn. Somebody blocked her. Probably RJ's hating ass. I'm about sick of his ass. You know what, RJ? You ain't gonna keep fucking blocking everybody out the chat. You done did it 6 times already. It's the 7th time's over. DT, I appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. I'm gonna definitely go. I'm waiting on you to go live, man. We'll definitely check out the channel. Listen, RJ's definitely a cornball crumb snatcher. Like, I've tried to help him out and look out for him and treat him like a real person and show him love. Like, even when all the haters was dogging on him and they all was ganging up on him and shit, I still tried to show out for him, and I had his back and was looking out for him, and he still ended up stabbing me in the back, not once, but twice, but like 3 different times. And eventually, you're just not a thorough person and can't hold water after that. Like, I just can't fuck with you. You wouldn't bust a grape in Welch's backyard at a food fight if Jesus asked you to, and you've been crumb snatching. And I just can't have that. Like, we don't have crumb snatchers in here that's mods, ever. You know what I mean? And so we had to take him off the mod list because he couldn't withhold his reputation of just keeping it thorough. He said, I'm going to go and work on my new album. That's what's up, Leland. He's building that music. And it sounds good, too. You really do got some good music, man. Like, somebody's going to end up hearing you one day. Just keep going, man. And, hey, anybody that's new to the channel, if you're watching this, we're tapping in live from Louisville, Kentucky. I need everybody to turn it up, like it up, hype it up, sub it up, fuck it up, burn it up, turn it up. We need you to go crazy, man. I'm on the road to 1.3 thousand subscribers. I've literally only been going live less than a year. We just started this shit. I've been doing it like 11 months, man, and we got monetized and we're turned up. And we got motion and potion and we're floating and coasting with the waves of the ocean. You know what I mean? Like that. Look, in a raft, laid back with them stacks and them racks of cash and that sack. Believe that. Like, and we're here now, so I appreciate y'all for watching, man. We've been building this shit. We've been turning it up, burning it up, liking it up, and then hyping it up, and then they be subbing it up and fucking it up. But anyway, we are chilling, we're vibing, we're tapping in from Louisville, Kentucky, the trenches of the trenches. We're right here in the South End, the heart of it. We're here now. Like, we're going to start doing more lives. We're going to start going outside more and showing the people around, like, where I'm from, and letting them see the outside more. And like, these are places that people wouldn't go originally. Like, nobody's going to come to Louisville on vacation and go to the West End ever. Nobody's going to come here and be like, let's go to the south side of Louisville ever. So these are places that people are probably rarely ever going to get to see, but if it's on camera, they definitely will watch. We're going to hop on either a dirt bike or a moped, get the meta glasses. We're just going to cruise through the city, turn up, give them good footage, let them see what's going on, how we're living down here. You know what I mean? Look, there's Monkey Man Productions. I just seen him tab in the building. Why's your name look all stupid now, Monkey Man? Why'd you make your name look all dumb like that? Oh, it's not the real one? See, they gave themselves away. You thought I wouldn't notice that shit? Big, dumb, stupid, goofy, ignorant, retard, dirty, dusty, musty, crusty, rusty, crumb, snatching, goofy, scavenger. You thought I wasn't going to notice that shit? Man, I know the real Monkey Man. Don't ever come in here and talk crazy to me, big, dumb, stupid. You thought I was going to, like, get into it with him because you were going to come in from a fake account and me not realize that that wasn't the real Monkey Man. Like, he was up in here saying some negative shit to me. Like, you're stupid, dumb, goofy ass. Get the fuck up out of here. Put him in the corner. Butthole rummage session. I don't give a damn what's going on. Put him in the corner. Look, they put him in quick too. 80, 60, quick. Got him out of here. Good looking. Chomped him. He'll just come in from a new account anyway. I ain't gonna lie, I've been up since like 6, bro. I've been chain smoking like a motherfucker. I put the joint halfway out though. Cause like, yeah, it's too much. I got moon rock in there. Chain smoking like a motherfucker. Look, she said bye-bye. Look, got him gone. Skit, scat, skate. Kick rocks, brother. We ain't hearing nothing. Like, it's over. Skate. Beat it. Scat. Skit. Kick rocks, Bubba. Like I said, skate on out of here. Come on, like she got him gone. Poof. Like that button's a motherfucker, boy. It presses and immediately just poof. Like you're gone that quick. It's like magic tricks. Voila. You know what I mean? Your stupid ass is gone. Don't ever come in here and talk crazy and think you're gonna get away with it. Big, dumb, stupid, goofy, ignorant retard. You thought you were gonna come in here and just say some dumbass shit like we were gonna really think that that was Monkey Man Productions in here. Knowing when we click on the account, you got one sub. Got him, get him. She said Jordan makes him. I swear, I make myself laugh all the time, so I know they probably think like, damn, he is a fool. Like I'll be acting so stupid on the live, and it be getting views, and we be turning up, and we've already been on here for 2.5 hours. That's nuts. I should have started the live over an hour and a half ago. We could have had way more emotion than what we got right now. Like, I need to start it over and get it going. We definitely like 4 and 5 people is crazy. We did have like 7 and 8 a second ago, but like, yeah, we should have started it over. It's because I've been on here for 2.5 hours going crazy. And at this point, we're just tapping in for fun because we like doing it because like we're already monetized. We don't need any more watch hours. We're from Louisville, Kentucky. We're turned to the max always. So it's like at this point, we just do it for the people, for the fun of it. Shout out to the people that support me and watch me. Shout out to Nene. Nene says she subbed, man. I appreciate that more than ever. See, that's how we get the community, build the community, get new people. You know what I mean? That type of shit. That part. Shout out to you, Nene. I appreciate that. Yes. They said, how long you been live? 2.5 hours. We've been killing them. Oh, we've been killing them, Leland. Yes, we've been killing them. Oh. Alright, let me stop. I was killing them. Like we went back to the. We're gonna get some lives in the gym here soon. I promise. Matter of fact, I'm off today. Let me go ahead and just go get that gym membership and get to it. Get back. Start getting cut like that. Like, man, I'm like light on my feet right now. Like, we should be way more diesel than this. Like, it's time to get in the gym. I'm over it. Like, literally, I've lost weight. Like, I'm ready to get back in and start being on my health grind again. Get back out here to the old Tuski when I was walking around diesel. I used to be, back when I was younger, I used to be cut. Walking around diesel. Oh, don't light it like that. You'd be in trouble. Quit smoking these cigarettes. I'll be alright. Get back in the gym. Lift some weights. Start living healthy. Maybe hit the boxing bag a couple times. Ooh, I can't wait to get on the speed bag and show them, like, because then they'll know what's up. Once you see them hit the speed bag, then you know what I mean? Because not everybody can hit the speed bag. Like, not even 80% of the people. Like, if you're not like a boxer or you haven't ever been taught how to do it, you're not gonna be able to just walk up to it and start hitting it. And you will, but you're not gonna have a rhythm. It'll just be like do. Like, you'll just be hitting the bag. But you gotta really know what you're doing and be able to. And what's crazy is that wasn't even fast, though. It might have looked fast, but like they go way quicker than that. And then imagine doing that for like 3 to 5 minutes and you're standing in the same spot, just bing, 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 bing. Dude, it hurts everything. I mean, back here,
your back, your chest, your arms start burning, like all back here starts burning, your forearms. It works everything. That's why they do the speed bag like that. Ding, 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 ding. Because after about 3-4 minutes, you're working out all of your, what's it called? Like you're working, I forget what it's called, but, yeah, like, you'll see what I'm saying too. You stand there for 2-3 minutes and do it, you'll be like, God damn, you'll be over here trying to do like that and shit, because that shit gets to burning. It'll definitely work you out, and it'll help. It also helps your breathing and stuff, like a lot of things. Because a lot of times when you box, like every punch you throw takes wind out of you. But if you're able to control your breathing and punch and like in through your nose and out through your mouth type shit, you'll be able to. That's one thing that they train heavy on is like controlled breathing. That's why they do like ice baths and stuff like that. And a lot of people think, oh, they're doing the ice baths to help their muscles. That's not even it. It is doing that, and it's also killing things, and like it's helping you in a lot of ways, but it's also breathing control. That's why a lot of times like you'll see them get in there and then they'll be like and all crazy, but they won't let you do that. Eventually you got to be able to sit in there and just be like, because like everybody, no question, that's what your reaction would be when you get in the ice bath. But you start, yeah, it takes your breath immediately away, and your bones and your whole body starts aching immediately, and you're like, but they teach you to get in there and just, and it is so hard to do. Like you will feel your heart just beating through your chest, especially when the water's cold. It feels way different. Like everything's numb, so it's almost like you can feel almost like you can feel the ice moving or something when your heart is beating. Like those suck. I don't like those. And plus I've only did them like 5 times because I never was like a real deal, guy that needed to train out. Like I wasn't fighting in any rings or like, yeah, we would mess around in the gyms and spar with each other shit, but I wasn't like some top-notch guy that needed to train, and I wasn't a boxer. I just grew up around boxers, and my uncle, my grandmother, my grandpa, my dad's dad, Golden Glove boxer. He was a bodybuilder. He was also Mr. America. You can Google him. Yeah, and he was Mr. America too. People be thinking I'm lying about that, but you can go Google him. Louisville, Kentucky, man, it's the home of boxing. Love to box. If you're from Louisville, you know some type of boxing for sure, man. All we do is just look up to Muhammad Ali. Like growing up, that's what all the kids, like that's just what they do. They think they're boxers and hang up an Everlast heavy bag in your basement. Yeah, if I had a basement, but yeah, in my house, I could definitely do that for sure. I'm definitely gonna get one of those. I used to have one and I busted it up, the whole bottom of it. But it was outside, it had been rained on and a bunch of other shit so you couldn't even put it up. But it's like the first thing I need to do is put down these cigarettes, because I used to not smoke. Like I started back smoking a while back. Basically when I started up like the weed, and so there's been points in my time in life, points in my life where I've went a year and 2 years and 3 years or whatever and not smoked a cigarette and then started back up again. Like that shit's so dumb. Like this is one of the hardest things to kick. I've kicked a lot of stuff in my life. Like I've came off a lot of things and, been through it all. So it's like, but these are one of the ones, man, that have fucked me over, these cigarettes. But like I said, it doesn't really affect me too much. Like people say, oh, well, it's unhealthy. But I'm like, hell, I'll still play 5 or 6 games of basketball with the kids. Like each one of them games be 20 minutes a piece, and I'll run 3 or 4 of them back to back. So I'm out there for an hour, hour and a half solid, non-stop, just running. And, it don't, yeah, I might be heavy breathing by the end of it, but like I ain't out there dying. I'm keeping up and shit. I'm over here playing basketball. Like when I'm doing something and I'm playing basketball or something like that, it's like I'm motivated, so it doesn't affect me that much. As soon as I get done, I'm like, You know, fucking, but yeah, it's like when you're not thinking about it and it's not on your mind, you're not really, you know, thinking about it. You just put your hands over your head type shit. But now that I'm getting older, I feel it a lot more. I'm like, damn, these cigarettes, I need to kick that shit. Like, it's awful. Kick that shit and get back in the gym, man. Get my knots back. I used to have softballs on my arms. That's why they're knotted up like that. I just ain't been on my shit lately. I need to get back. My left arm's always smaller than my right arm because I broke it. I broke my left arm when I was young, like 9 or 10 years old. They said, shut up or end the stream. Shut up, no name, for we rub your face in the carpet. Stupid. Leland is the only artist that has 0 R's in his lyrics. There he goes, trying to be like Leland again. Look, he must have got back in here somehow. How'd he do that? So how does Leland not use R's? Because, like, I've heard his music and it sounds pretty good. Like, I've heard a few of his songs. They actually sounded good. Like, you know, it could have been played on the internet or could have been played on the radio station or whatever. Get the picture, duh. Brick wall, waterfall, looking ass. I remember when they used to say that shit in my school all the time, like the little girls. Brick wall, waterfall, girl, you think you know it? Oh, you don't. I do. So out with your attitude. Like, that shit used to get on my nerves. As soon as I hear that shit, here y'all go. Here y'all go today already. Like, they be saying I'm all types of shit in the stream. I'm broke, dirty, dusty, musty, whatever else they say, gay, stupid, lame. I got monetized off hate. Hey, y'all, let me start this live over because I'm getting ready to get off here. I do got a couple things I got to do today, so I'll probably start it over and get some motion, and then I'm going to get up off here for a minute because I got to do a couple things, and I can't sit on the live all day.